We've got the best seats way up high, where the egos fall and the jokes can fly. We've seen it all, the triumphs, the flops, and we'll clap real slow when the curtain drops. We love the drama, crave the show, but darling, someone's gotta let them know. We're two snarky gay bitches, serving truth from the stall, with a wink, a drink, and no filter at all. From curtain rise to curtain call, we'll roast your face, we'll drag them all. Two snarky gay bitches, and we're having a ball. Your monologue's tragic, your timing's a wreck, your costume's screaming, ooh, cut the check. But don't be bitter, we tease with love, we heckle like angels from up above. We're not mean, we're just observant, seasoned, shady, and a bit subversive. If honesty hurts, then fetch the gauze. We're critics, darling, not Santa Claus. We're two snarky gay bitches, high on sass and applause. When the spotlight fades, we'll still steal the cause. So if you're brave, come take the stage, but don't act shocked when we engage. Two snarky gay bitches. Cue the laughter, cue the claws.
Welcome, everyone, back to your favorite cubbyhole on the internet. It is the second day after Christmas. Or as I'm calling it, Laura Owens and her Medium blogs, part the second. Because I barely survived two last night. And it took me just shy of 3 goddamn hours to get through two things. Because the second one went on for like 20 pages. But we're here. We're not alone today. We are not at all. And I'm so glad, because I'm going to make him do some reading at some point so I can recover from all of this verbosity. It's one and only Mr. Jeep Daddy himself. Are you hot off the trail, sir? Is that what you were doing today or yesterday?
Sadly, no. My trail riding was on Christmas Day, though, and it was rather uneventful. Unfortunately, it was a little dark because it gets dark way too fucking early in this part of the world. But there were some mud puddles too.
49th parallel.
Yeah, but there were a couple mud puddles, made a little bit of splishy splashy, some closed trails, and
All I know is that I was commandeered and kidnapped against my will. And as I said last night, without consent. Consent was not given. I didn't even get to choose a safe word, so.
Well, that's your own fault for that. But I will not admit to kidnapping on live YouTubing here. That feels like a egregious error. So,
well, it may be just in jest, shall we say? So,
yes,
all's fair. All I knew is that there was food, and that's all it took, right?
Yes, obviously. I know how to like lure you out of that little cubby hole of yours that you like to come in here and rant.
I know,
with, so.
and since I can't be lured with chocolate anymore or things with large quantities of sugar, we have to find joy somewhere in the world, and that's about all we get.
Yeah,
what am I going to do?
The Trader Joe's giant bar of obnoxiously large bar of chocolate is no longer currency that I can use to bribe echoes for things. Therefore, I have to come up with other things. And mashed potatoes apparently was the thing.
They were okay mashed potatoes. I was impressed with the baron of beef. I've never heard that term before in my life. What would you say? Was that about 50 pounds sitting there? It was like a quarter of beef
Oh,
sitting
it's
at
just
this
like
buffet
giant
table at the carving
chunk.
station.
Yeah.
And the guy was
huge.
just sitting there with two bright red infrared heat lamps, just sort of sawing away at this thing. Every time
Yep.
people got in the line, he was just kind of going to work. I
Mm-hmm.
did not try the turkey, and I think that was a good move.
I think so. Yeah.
So
I did
so
not try
your
the turkey either.
your saucy aunts suggested.
Aren't they delightful?
I should be careful what I say.
That's correct.
The performance at the end was probably the
Oh,
most
yes,
amazing thing.
that was high drama right there, and that was
And had I had my wits about me just a little bit more, because I was already fading by the time dinner was over, I would have said something snarky back to your cousin and just said, "Oh, she just wants two good-looking guys holding her up.
Mm.
She wants men hanging off of her." It's like, well,
I mean,
does she
probably.
not know? It's like, okay, lady, you're not getting anything. The flag blows in the wrong direction for you.
She's well aware,
But she'll take
of
it.
that. But
She'll take it.
You know, when I'm that age,
love her.
I'm gonna probably end up not really giving a shit about whose flag flies what direction. If there's some young man that wants to, help me off the sidewalk, I will gladly take that.
You're going to have to beg Daddy Warbucks for some more money in your paycheck.
Yeah,
Then you'll have all the gold diggers coming after you.
that's true. I need a few promotions or the Powerball tickets. If anybody out there has the right Powerball ticket numbers, let me share. Let's go.
If you don't lose your soul to the corporate tech industry first.
Well, it's already pretty much cold and dark and inside here, so yeah.
Well, if it's not cold, maybe we could just add a little salt on top, right?
Oh, we absolutely could.
Yes, for sure.
We
Well,
are pros at that.
it's true, and we could go from being snarky gay bitches to being salty bitches, but that's beside the point.
Is it though?
Well, I don't know. See, like I said earlier, I'm not going to change the song just because I got a shirt.
Well, no, nor
not
would
gonna
I
do it.
encourage you to do that either.
No, and I don't think I could. All
what is
that
this?
AI stuff, it's kind of a one shot and you're done.
Well, yeah, because you just boiled an ocean in order to get that song to be produced, but that's okay.
Is that what it does? It boils. Is it all under subterranean server farms? That would be brilliant heat sinking. You just put it in a big steel can and drop it to the bottom of the ocean, and you're good.
One big giant tech company did that. They actually put an
I
entire
heard that
data
story.
center in a tube and then put it at the bottom of the ocean. I thought it was brilliant, actually.
Yeah.
But
Well, it saves
Yeah.
on air conditioning. You don't have to have quite so much energy. You just, no,
does,
we're just
but I mean,
heating
it was-
the oceans with server farms.
yeah, it was
That's another.
just yeah,
problem.
exactly. That was a little less than eco-friendly, I suppose. But yeah,
I don't know. I'm not sure what the environmental offset might be, but we did do a little abbreviated Christmas. And as I was saying last night, is it showing up backwards? Is mine backwards?
I see it forward.
Is it correct in yours? Okay, because in the studio it's backwards. So I will just trust that it's. Oh, good. Okay, I had to go check the YouTube studio. That's funny that it shows it backwards for my end of the studio. But yes, creative cursing, the flip book. I gave you one yesterday. At some point, we'll have to do that. And Jeep Daddy himself has the other side of the decoder ring. So, we'll synchronize our watches and our curse word books at some point, as well as, show off the T-shirts that were salty. Yes. So, yeah, he's got one too. It's a inside joke amongst a bunch of friends that we're all salty bitches. But I wasn't going to change the song, so there's that.
Yes, that's okay. We can be
But we're
salty and
doing the twin
snarky
thing
and
tonight.
and all the things. Yes,
We're doing the twin thing tonight, and I will just tell the salty replay crew, who some of them, well, one of them, who hopefully is no longer here, complained that we talked for 15 minutes about nothing last time, and they were just all put out that we were not getting to the point. I swear, it's some old Redditor that wants everything right in the first 10 seconds of their life. It's like, go away. No, some of the fun here and some of the value-added propositions we sell here, folks, is entertainment. We're not just going to read filings from the drop of a hat, because that gets boring. And quite frankly, this woman, Laura Owens, indicted for 14 felonies, she's got no creative bone in her body, I don't think.
Yep. Well,
I don't. She just
kind of
steals from
to
other people.
Bruce the Moose. Hi, Bruce. Yeah, the moment that somebody else starts paying me to be here, they can tell me what exactly it is that they want to see on the channel. Until then, kiss my ass. I will say what I want.
I think Bruce is selling it short. Laura Owens. We played a little bit of her last night. Her whining video. Oh damn, I don't have that queued. Never mind. Where she was talking about Dave Neal wouldn't stop talking about her unless he got paid like $1 million and all that. It's like, well, Bruce is only settling for 50 grand. What's my number?
Mine has at
Or
least
maybe
another
10.
zero in
Maybe
it.
10 for us until we get to like 3,000 subscribers. I don't know.
You set your own number. I got my eyes set on a
My
much
real
larger
number would
than
be a
that.
lot higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, real life number would be a lot higher. Because if Laura Owens wanted to get litigious, I'd need some money to cover that. So, and maybe I'd use the rest to go after some other people.
That's that is a grand idea.
Isn't it?
50 grand idea.
Well, like Dolly Levi said in that great classic musical, Hello, Dolly, money is like manure. You've got to spread it around a little.
Yes.
At least I'm good for something on this show, right? I can pull out ancient Americana references from old musicals.
We all have our strengths, Echoes. It's totally fine.
Yeah, people do stop caring if they have to pay for things. I think that's American culture more than anything. Thanks, IB. 15 minutes of nothing is great. The meandering is fun, yes. And unlike yesterday, where it was about 5 minutes of me rambling about this, that, and the other, and then I spent 2 3/4 hours reading 2 documents and interjecting. I couldn't do it the same way twice. I would just die or something. Laura would probably prefer that, but no, we're not going to give her that satisfaction yet. And I agree with Ikimbo. It's doubtful the Owens ever had $1 million. And I opined. I made some theories yesterday, which you missed because you weren't here. I laid a lot of my cards on the table about sort of family history, and it's like, they're just kind of frauds from the get-go. The only reason that Ron got some success was he kind of climbed the ladder a little bit. He scraped and clawed his way to the top, and his wife was hanging off of his coattails. And then what do the daughters learn is, well, you have to be a fraud, and you have to beg, borrow, and steal, and expect people to give you things. That's kind of the shorthand version of the Owens legacy, I think. Yeah. But, we spent a good long while reading 2 things. Out of the 8, only 2 things in nearly 3 hours.
That sounds terrible.
I expected it to go a little faster. It just felt like a slog through the mud. I just don't know. I don't know how to fix that.
Not the fun kind. I like slogging through the mud in my Jeep, but not through dry legal documents.
Well, it wasn't legal documents. It's just not this time.
Oh,
it's just
this was the ramblings.
The ramblings of volunteer at justiceforlaura.com. I mean, can we come up with something a little bit more creative than volunteer justice for Laura? I mean, really?
Yeah, even AI, even AI could have come up with some better shit than that, but
Yeah, well, of course, AI is just a little bit smarter than Laura Owens, I think.
A little.
And if you look at all the M dashes, I think AI rules Laura's life just a little bit. The AI overlords are seeping into the casita. I'm sure of it.
Well, it's about the only thing they can afford to actually use for any sort of help and intelligence there, it seems like.
If I could give memberships to people who agree with my theories, I would, but we're not there yet. Just saying. We're close. We're within. We're within 130 now, I think. What are we at for 168 subs? So we're zeroing in on the first 1,000. It's starting to circle the drain. What's it going to get me? I made the joke.
circling the drain is not the outcome you want. You want it to like that means it's going down the toilet. Come on.
Well, as a milestone,
Oh, I see.
it could be. I mean, that might be the fate I have is just circling the drain. Many people would like to just sort of curse me with that, and they've tried, but it hasn't succeeded yet.
Yes, their efforts are not working out so well in that respect.
No, and I still have another article to publish on the Facebook. So I've got to remember to do that tomorrow because I need to release it as a Christmas Eve and kind of close the door on that for a little while, if and or when, or until they decide to do something more stupid. In which case, it's just going to get more expensive for me. But that's the way it goes sometimes. Lawyers are not cheap, folks. If you didn't already know.
Yeah, $300 for every 15 minutes. But definitely send me the screenshot of
That's
those.
cheap.
Posts.
For my problems, we're talking more like $500 for 15 minutes. I'm in the wrong line of work. That's all there's to it.
Well, it's every time I go to my storage unit to go do something there, I feel like I'm in the wrong line of work too. But
But Bruce, if you're volunteering for Laura, just don't pick up after her dogs or horses. That sounds like work. I don't want to muck the stables if I were a Laura volunteer. Batty McBatface says, volunteers suggest that they're volunteering for LO, suggesting that it's LO's website. The only other volunteer it could possibly be is Mommy or David. Yeah, that would be Dingus the Douche Canoe.
The fucking douche canoe.
Because he volunteered, to take all those appeals on at his nickel. Look what it got him. That man, the only thing that man has gained is a bigger shovel in which to dig himself and his client. Yeah. Jen the Couch Fairy says, just a little late. Good evening, all. You haven't missed anything just yet, Jen. Yes, let's not forget Laura Owens for prison. We were graced, my friend, with the appearance of fake Laura Owens last night.
Oh.
When fake Laura Owens is in attendance, and this is where I wish I had super chats, because that's when fake Laura Owens seems to shine, is super chats and coming up with the best zingers anyone ever in chat can produce. So she made an appearance, and I about lost it because it's like, oh, my star is ascending at long last. Fake Laura Owens has entered the chat.
I wasn't aware I was in such a presence of a celebrity or a rising celebrity.
Well, see, no, I blame it all on you. Everyone likes you more. You're just so endearing. You can't help it. Yeah, ding.
Thanks.
Yeah, see, we need to get some filters and effects here. We need to raise the budget of this show. We need some big time production. Oh, Kimbo, if Jingers can blog, argue with AI, I'm sure AI can trick them both into thinking they have supporters. I don't think they need AI for that. I think David's got enough problems where he just believes that on his own. And, well, Laura's problems are slightly different than his, but, it all starts in the same place, really. It's all the wiring of the head. And it's a little messy, shall we say. It's like trying to untangle an extension cord that's far too long.
Or those old school Christmas lights that you just end up in a giant ball. And
how I learned a trick for that. Do you know what you're supposed to do with those?
You're supposed to wrap them around like
cardboard,
empty paper towel.
Yeah, you could do that too, or like just a square of cardboard, and just, there you go.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I saw that somewhere in another YouTube channel.
Yes, well, that's exactly where I saw it.
Yeah,
that's exactly where I saw it, and I went, "Oh God, if only I knew that when I was still a land baron with a residence in which to put lots of Christmas lights on." But oh well, we make life choices, and life goes on.
Yes.
And just to piss people off further, we're at about 19 minutes and we still haven't gotten to anything. So
good.
Take that.
Here we go. Yeah, again.
All you fake Laura is here. Where? Did I miss something in chat? Don't say that. You're going to get me all excited, chat. Stop it. If fake Laura Owens is here, greetings. And if real fake Laura Owens is here, hi, Laura. We are talking about you today. Cheers. All right. On that note,
well, okay, we'll do a little party because this is all the effects that I can afford right now for this channel. So here we go.
Yes. Smash the like button. Okay, so let me see. I've got to do a little transition here, so I'm going to bring something up for you. But this is going into the Wayback Machine, everybody. So we're going to just hop into that really quickly while I bring up some more crap to play and torture Jeep Daddy with. But I think you'll like this one. I teased this yesterday. Those of you who were watching yesterday on either the live or the replay crew, and we're going to see what Mr. Jeep Daddy thinks about what's coming next. So hold on to your butts.
Boy.
Buttons. There we go. God, I keep hitting the wrong one. This is for you.
Oh, okay.
December 30th, 2016. After months of planning a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Iceland, it's finally here. It's finally time.
This is how it should have been branded. I'll just pause it and say, this is how it should have been branded. And if I had the technical capacity to add glowing eyes and horns to indicted felony con and fraudster Laura Owens, I would have, but I don't have that kind of budget yet. We're still working on that. We're still growing things here. So we had to do, Timu Devil Laura Owens. And this is not a TEDx talk. It's a FraudX talk because everything she says is essentially a lie. Other than that, well, she did go to Iceland with a guy. But everything that happened there that, she claims nasty things about. It's a bunch of bullshit. So this is
more
just
throat babies, but okay, but yeah,
yes, oral throat babies. This is her story. This is her trying to sell herself, making a fraud. So this is her claims of all the alleged abuse from Mike Maricini when they were in Iceland.
Oh, okay.
So this is her telling the story, and well, we sped it up a tad, and we did some things. So this is what I call fair use, folks, because we've created something new out of what was something else. And as you can see, it's not what it was. So that's the middle finger for Laura Owens if she wants to try and strike me for playing this, which she's done other people, like I think Melissa Jade. But it's not a TEDx talk. It's a FraudX talk, as it rightfully should be. Okay, carrying on.
To go on flight 162, San Francisco to Reykjavik. A tall man boards behind you and offers to put your carry-on bag in the overhead bin. You graciously thank him and relax as you settle into seat 21H. This plane ride should be a time to drift off to sleep and dream about seeing the northern lights, to wonder what it's going to feel like to soak in the Blue Lagoon, to go dog sledding for the first time. Only you can't because of the noise in the background. And no, it's not the roaring of the jet engines. It's the loud voice of the man sitting behind you who helped you with your luggage. He's speaking to a woman who's incessantly sobbing. He's spewing insults at her, demeaning her, and the more she cries, the harsher they become. She can barely get out a word to respond to him through her tears. Turn your brain on, he says in a mocking tone with a laugh, followed by, use your words. He changes the subject. He tells her, you haven't accomplished enough for a woman who's in her late 20s. People aren't being honest with you when they compliment you on your work. They're just trying to be nice to you. I'm telling you this because I care about you. She keeps crying and he sounds disgusted. Look at you. You've never been my type. You're ugly. If you cared about me, you would want me to find someone I'm attracted to. She composes herself well enough to ask the question you've wondered all along. Then why do you want to be with me, she says. Every time I bring up breaking up, you tell me you don't want to. He responds with, I feel sorry for you, okay? That's why I'm with you. Because no one else would want to date you. Because I'm a nice person. This seems like a totally different man than the one who put your suitcase away. You glance back just to be sure, and yeah, it's him. You brought your sound-canceling headphones. Easy solution, you think you can just tune them out. But even through them, you hear his voice. Don't poke the bear, he warns her. You look back and forth. You mean this is how he is when he hasn't been poked? How could he be any worse? You look left. You see a flight attendant coming down the aisle. You could pull her aside, tell them they're being too loud. She could ask him to be quiet, and that would stop him. But as much as you try to ignore it, your gut tells you that this woman is in danger. But then again, she's also a stranger. So it's none of my business, you think. You try to convince yourself to do nothing. But then you hear it. She asks him, "What can I do to fix myself?" He thinks for a minute and says, "I don't know. Kill yourself?" She continues to cry and says, "I'm so sorry." In a serious tone, he follows up with, "If you truly love me, you want me to be happy. And maybe if you're in heaven, you can help me find my soulmate and look down and smile on our wedding day." This man is sick. There's a napkin under your cocktail and a pen in your purse. You quickly scribble a note, but you can't decide whether or not to give it to her. At least you'll have it down on paper. You write, "Dear girlfriend, I know the Lord had me overhear your conversation to let you know that you are a very beautiful young woman that should have a man that makes you cry with wonderful laughter, not bullying. You are being abused and he will never love you like you deserve. I'm very concerned about you and I'm praying for you. Run from him. Get help and protection. He doesn't care what you think or say or do. He is a very sick man and will make you sick if you stay with him. Please take this to heart and get help fast." You decide to sign your name and write down an email address that you rarely use. Towards the end of the flight, the man leaves his seat to go to the bathroom. This is your chance. You peek back through the seats and your heart sinks. Because you see it. You see her. She has a face now. She's someone's daughter, someone's friend, and she needs help. You look down at the note. What would you do? Would you listen to your heart and pass it to her, thinking that the best case scenario is that it helps her? The worst case scenario is that she chews you out as you get off the plane. Or would you let your head get...
Have you had enough already?
I'm not sure I've had enough. Actually, I'm really glad that I had half a bottle of wine with dinner.
She's the succubus of Scottsdale. What, you should be just siren called into her.
Excuse me, I forgot my barf bale, in the garage.
We don't necessarily have to go through all this, but I went to the trouble to make it sort of an amusing video. It's like, it sounds very demonic, which I think is appropriate.
I appreciate the trouble that you went through.
I know,
this.
but you've had enough already.
I'm good. I get the.
Well, you can gather where this is going. This is going to go into her story about how much he was abusing her and how she's an abuse survivor. So this is just her co-opting abuse, and she was trying to sell this around. Now, what's going to boil your noodle is this whole thing. Did I clip it off? I'm trying to remember. I'm going to back it up and just see. No, I did clip it off. This whole thing that she came up with. And for those of you who want to see the original, it's still out there. You can find it. I didn't want to play the original for obvious reasons. So we did something transformative for fair use reasons. But that was recorded in 2021. And it was for a Mercer Island high school women thing, which I thought was very interesting. So TEDx did a local thing at Mercer Island High School. And Laura Owens was one of the speakers. Now, what I don't know is if they went to her directly or if she was just in a barrel full of people for that local TEDx thing. So Laura's, she recorded it in Arizona at a studio, and I've got the picture of the studio owner who actually took pictures of her recording it several years ago. But if you look at the original,
it was broadcast at the
as part of it,
thing?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. At least if I understand the format correctly. And it was sort of put together by a bunch of high school girls, and I assume their mothers. And I thought, God, this is a little bit of a troubling topic for high school age students. Why are we doing this?
Just a little bit.
So I don't know the entire process. If they selected her, or that's, it raises more questions is what it does. But it was, oh, look at that, a connection. I wonder if there's someone in Mercer Island that knows Laura Owens personally.
I mean,
Curiouser and curiouser and curiouser.
I mean, Mercer Island is kind of like the Scottsdale of the Seattle metro area. Like
Is it the Scottsdale of Bellevue?
You know, maybe. 'Cause, I mean, there's
I'm
a
not
couple
sure.
bucks running around down there.
Yeah, there's a few. There's more, in Medina, but never mind.
Well, yes. The OG Daddy Warbucks lives there.
Yes, well, a couple of them, I think.
Yeah. The one that I'm the most familiar with.
Well, yes. Although, well, aren't they broken up now?
They are.
Isn't that what happened? She got her few $1 billion and more power to her.
Peace. Deuces
And
them
I'm
out.
out.
Yep.
For those of you watching in chat and replay crew, I think I'll upload that separately for those of you who want to amuse yourself with the Fraudex talk by Scottsdale's succubus, Laura Owens. I won't do that right now because, well, we're busy. But, it was just a little fun I had one day. I'm like, you know what? I should help Melissa Jade a little bit. Let's do some transformative video editing so that we can at least, show a little bit of that with not without too much worry, because I don't like worrying about things like that.
Also, how can he torture his friend?
How can he torture his friend? I didn't even let it get to the good stuff yet. So I'm sparing you. See, that's how generous I am.
Your generosity is overflowing.
I know. So much better than a real voice. The weird thing is that when I was doing all of the creative adaptation to make it transformative, because fair use is covered by transformative works, which that would be. It was heavily transformed, don't you think? Those of you who've seen the real one. I couldn't figure out why pitching the voice differently, which my editing software allows, made it sort of go into weird phasing in and out. And I thought, well, that's a neat effect, though. So don't try and figure it out. Just let it ride. All the weird quirks of that particular program. It's like, okay, well, that's not what I'm looking for, but it helps. All I needed was some godly reverb, and might have been the devil incarnate herself. Anyhow, yeah, that's what I did Friday. After being awake most of the night from another round of people being noisy outside during the middle of the night, it's like, oh, you know what? I think I'll just sit in my computer and just edit a video for a while. This is true, Henrietta. Yes, he thought he was going alone, and she showed up and surprised him. Conniving bitch. It's unbelievable how manipulative this woman is. You'd be surprised. I don't think we've seen the final act yet, folks. I think she's just getting warmed up. She couldn't stop lying if she actually wanted to. No, I kind of wonder if she's just a pathological liar on top of all the other blends of herbs and spices. We'll leave a special version. At some point, I'll upload it, maybe tonight or tomorrow. We'll have that. I'll put, what is that? I think I've got a greatest hits file where I've got Laura, where I've got Dingus the Douche Canoe and Rachel Juarez and Reality Steve, just sort of raking Dingus over the coal. My super clipped out version of him just sort of sighing and grabbing his forehead. I think I'll put it in that file, and it could be part of the greatest hits of Laura Owens. So. If you want to watch it in its entirety, I do have the whole thing done. I'm just going to spare Jeep Daddy because we've got other things to cover tonight. Okay. Oops. Now we have to get to real stuff, and I didn't even start this at the top. See, that's how terrible I am at this. Oh. How much do you want to read tonight, sir? Or are you just going to sit there like a stool pigeon with your adult beverage?
Well, I might be able to read some more and actually stomach reading it with my adult beverage. So I don't know.
Okay, very good.
What is it you plan to have me read anyway?
Well, we're reading more of what I'm calling Laura's Medium articles 2.0. The new Medium articles that are not on Medium, although I'm pretty sure she's using a Medium plugin because we've got the same format for a name, a date, and how long it's supposed to take you to read it, which I think is grossly inaccurate. Some of her long worded ones, they say 6 minutes, and I think it took me just reading without doing my thing, like 12 minutes. And I'm not a slow reader. I can skim as quickly as anybody, but it's like, God, whose algorithm doesn't work here?
I don't know.
Anyhow,
I don't know how they calculate that crap.
Another one from the new Medium blogs of Justice for Laura Owens. This one is called "The Cost of Turning a Story into a Case." And then I'll be even more generous, sir. I'll let you choose the next one for your own. And I'll read you off some titles later, and then you can decide which one appeals to you the most. How's that?
I just assumed that you had an idea of which ones you wanted me to read for your own
No,
amusement.
I'm going to give you a choice. I'm going to give you the option because we're looking for, very impassioned, emotive, colorful readings. So I thought I would let you choose your inspiration.
Is that where I get this out again? Because I mean,
Is already?
I mean, you said creative and colorful, and I mean, there's lots of colorful words in this book.
I know. Don't sidetrack me.
That's what I'm good at.
Well, it is what you're paid for. Payment? Who's paying anybody?
Wait, what? No, you didn't say anything about that. Anyway,
I am getting you a present. We'll consider that partial payment.
we'll see. After this, you may owe me a lot more than just whatever that is coming. So.
I know. Well, this one, I think yesterday's are some of the worst. But I'm not sure. I haven't read all of them word for word yet. Just you got to save a little bit for the camera, otherwise it just becomes old hat. Because we know what's coming. We know how she writes. We know what she talks about. So let's as they say on law tubes, or no, the true crime tubes. Let us begin. So, some sort of studious pose, and let us begin.
Dun dun. Oh, okay.
But this is all Laura Owens. I'm 99.9 repeating % certain it's all Laura Owens created. And so here we go. Oh, well, let's see. What did Bruce say? Justice for Laura Volunteer. We want to hear your story. Come on our channels for an interview. Bruce, if you get that scoop, you are a god. I'm just tickled with fake Laura Owens. I'll settle for that. I don't need a volunteer for Justice for Laura necessarily, but I'll extend the same invitation, I suppose. But I'm fearful what that invitation may contain. I think I would have to call my lawyer afterwards. That's my worry. Any invitations from a volunteer of Justice for Laura Owens is probably going to have to involve my lawyer.
And maybe an infectious disease doctor. Who knows?
She doesn't believe in seeing doctors. Not really. She believes in telemed visits and making emails that appear to come from doctors. She doesn't like actually seeing doctors. It's that's actually a good question. When is the last time Laura Owens saw a real doctor in person? That's a good question. I don't think anyone actually knows the answer to that. And if they did, I think we'd all be shocked. It's probably been years. The volunteer has access to unlisted video links on Laura's channel. Yeah, and maybe even unlisted links on David Jigris's channel, too, on occasion. Lest I get ahead of myself. Okay, let's get into the text. And as you can see, this is one of her many pictures. This is her key backer that, as Big Tiff Dog has said, the fraud business venture of crowdfunding for housing, or whatever the hell that was, that Laura was trying to make a business with her sister. And it turned out to be violating lots of things, and they hadn't done their business structuring in, where was it, Delaware properly and all that kind of stuff. So that's one of her key backer pictures because, I'm smiling and my hair looks good and wavy. I don't have the frizzy straight hair look like a poor horse's tail. Okay, anyhow. Maricopa County likes to describe itself as overwhelmed. Is this big enough? Should I make it bigger?
Zoom in a little bit.
Okay. Oh, that's too much. There we go.
There you go. That's a little better.
Overwhelmed by growth, overwhelmed by violence, overwhelmed by the sheer volume of cases that arrive faster than any prosecutor's office can reasonably handle. Overwhelmed by how many times Laura Owens calls the police. Oh, okay. I'm adding that part, but I think it's true.
Oh, yeah.
That explanation has been offered for years, sometimes apologetically, sometimes defensively. Notice all the M dashes. To families waiting for answers after shootings, to survivors of sexual assault whose kits remain untested, to communities living with offenders who were never charged because the system simply lacked the bandwidth, to not catching Laura Owens before she was a repeat offender with multiple men. I added that part too. And then there is this case. They finally caught up with me and I can't stand it. Oh, okay. Stop it. A brief... This is what got me.
You just can't help
yesterday.
yourself. You just can't help yourself.
No, I can't. After watching this whole thing for over 2 years and talking about it for a year and a half, I can't help myself. A brief relationship, disputed pregnancy, conflicting statements made during a period of emotional chaos. No, it wasn't. No weapons, no injuries, no stolen money. Actually, that's not true. There was injury, there was damage, there was harm. Just talk to them about their mental health status and how much money they've had to spend combating this bitch. Speaking of no stolen money, guess who owes Clayton Eckert nearly $200,000, Laura? That's you. You're stealing from him by not paying that. No allegation that the public was ever at risk. Well, that's bullshit because multiple men. Just cause. Yeah. A defendant with no criminal record, no history of violence, and no plausible capacity to harm anyone. Well, that's also bullshit too. See, this is all Laura Owens. Yet, this is the case that prompted extraordinary prosecutorial focus. Sorry, I had to go find the button. That took 2 page changes to go get that one. This is the case that drew senior attorneys' extensive forensic analysis, a SWAT raid, repeated grand jury proceedings, and an aggressive charging theory carrying decades of potential prison time. This is the case that has been publicly narrated. Yes, that is exactly what we're doing. We are publicly narrating this very instant. Absolutely. And discussed as it unfolded. And it's nearly unfolding in real time. Sometimes with a levity that would be unthinkable if the subject were a homicide or sexual assault. Because those are pretty awful, horrific things. Committing fraud to ensnare and entrap men, thankfully, is not as horrific and awful as such things as that, thankfully. But, trying to entrap them with paternity things and dating contracts. One man's pain is another man's pleasure, is what I'm grasping for.
In that respect, it's kind of, but yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like I need to be the cow in that other. I need to be the cow in that other video and just in some of this.
Oh, you did. Oh God! And if you don't know who we're talking about, if you're not subscribed to Radical, the Unhallowed Knights channel, his focus, he's a good Dutchman. I would say he's slightly younger, but he sounds tall and he's definitely a bass. Yes. I would say he's like 6'5", and he's probably like 32, but he's got this super low voice. But he's Dutch, so he's got a thick Dutch accent. It's very entertaining. And he does mostly sovereign citizen people getting pulled over in their cars. And he does this it's not really animated, but it kind of is. It's very crudely animated. There's just a couple positions for characters and, very loosely assembled backdrop. It's more artistry than I have. He's got a character in his field. He stands out in a field and he says, I'm out standing in my field. He's got all these sort of double-sided European jokes. And he's got this cow, and chat named it Raja Cow because he's Raja Cole. And all the cow does is make grunting noises. And occasionally he's got this phone thing, and that shows up as Google Girl. And that's just an AI voiced prompt that he types for his channel. And it's just the funniest shit ever. I don't know why. It's so simple, but it's just funny as hell. Yeah. But it's good stuff. Oh, so that's who he's talking about is the cow in Radical's field, who just makes grunty noises and sometimes moves around in a very, very 1960s Rocky Bullwinkle fashion.
Yeah. Rocky Bullwinkle, Monty Python type.
Yeah, very old
school.
Yeah.
It's delightful. Anyway, I have sidetracked you once again, which is my job, so please continue.
Oh, where did I stop? Okay, the case The case has been
The
narrowed.
November
blah, blah, blah.
2025 press
there we go.
conference,
Next paragraph. If I scroll down, sometimes I actually keep my place. At a November 2025 press conference, MCAO Rachel Mitchell explained the pace of the investigation and the addition of new charges by referencing the case's popularity online. She remarked, laughing, that she knows something's happened when she checks her social media and sees dozens of notifications. This probably takes us to a link to... Ooh, there's a drive on Proton Mail. I'm not clicking it. I'll have to look at that later. It probably takes us to the video of her saying that. There's a YouTube video, a press conference of Rachel Mitchell saying that.
Send me the link. Send me the link, and I'll look at it on one of my special computers.
Yes. Let me do that. Let me stick that in the where's the damn private chat? There it is. We don't want anyone putting themselves at risk, so we'll keep that one private to ourselves. You never know. With Laura Owens, you might end up getting the online clap. You don't want that.
That is correct. Safe computing.
She has allegedly used spyware in her emails to see if people have read what she's sent them. How's that for diabolical? It's like, wow, she's an evil person.
Paranoid to me.
Yeah. Well, she's got to stay in control somehow, so she's got to know what everyone's doing at all times. It's just it's insane. Let's see. Adding that she gets more updates about this case than any other because this case has international attention now. It's not normal for crazy people to do crazy things like faking pregnancies so that we can be in relationships with either famous and or successful men. Just weird. The remark was brief. The laugh was small. It was a small audience. The implication was enormous. Oh, dear. Because while the county attorney joked about social media alerts, her office was threatening to imprison a woman for the rest of her natural life. Well, that's if you're going to commit the crime, be prepared to do the time. That's not how that goes, but something like that.
If you do 14 of these things, allegedly, then you're going to go away for a while.
For a little while.
Probably.
For a little while. There's still a couple people who think she's going to take a plea deal.
I mean, I have no doubt because, that's just how all this shit ends.
I'm not there. I'm not. I don't think I'll ever get to the idea of Laura Owens taking a plea deal until it happens. And even then, because it has to go before the court, the judge can pass on it. The court has the authority to say, no, not taking that plea deal. This is why I'm curious a little bit more about the judge. More than anything. So once we get to some of these decision phases of this case, it will be interesting because if the judge decides that, she's just too much of a loose cannon, they could say, nope, this is going to trial. Forget it. But no one's really talked about that aspect of it. It's like, well, either she's going to go to trial or she's going to take a plea deal. Not many people are saying that she's going to take a plea deal, but certain people who read the energy and the stars, shall we say, have made that statement on their channels, which I thought was interesting. It's not a bash on them. It's, it's their perspective and their opinion. I don't share that one because Laura is so defiant and wanting to be right and is so abjectly dysfunctional about taking accountability for anything. I don't see it happening.
I mean, do you think it might go down a path of pleading, some sort of mental incompetence type thing that, might try to barter more sympathy? Because she does tend to try to play the sympathy card a lot.
The court would have to go along with her to have a competency of eval.
Well,
and that's not
sure
because she's competent. I mean, that would have been the first thing. And, she could try and do something stupid like trying to claim insanity, but it's not going to go anywhere. It'll be a lead balloon. Yeah, so she's out of straws to grasp as far as legal avenues. 6,000 pages of discovery and multiple videos. 6,000 pages the public defender got when the case was transferred to him. Can you imagine? Wouldn't you love to run us through those binders? I'd love to know how they're categorized. Let's see, sonogram fraud, medical fraud, impersonation, financial fraud. I would love to know how they're categorized.
Oh, that would be amazing. I wonder if that's more. is that I don't know how many pages were in the Epstein sort of case files, but I got to imagine that like that's there's a lot that's that's there because more and more and more shit just keeps coming out about Epstein, and it's like more and more and more shit just
Yeah.
seems to be coming up about LO here too. So anyway,
We're not at the bottom yet.
oh no.
My intuitive sense tells me that there's a lot more to uncover. And actually, I talked more about that yesterday. I was using my own intuitive senses yesterday. You missed out on a lot.
I sure did, but I was unavailable.
McBaddy the Batface says, I've long been a fan of the M dash myself. I'm going to have to switch to N dashes now that AI has claimed them. I don't use dashes hardly ever, only in hyphenated words, but that's a hyphen, so it's not the same thing. All of these articles are basically the same BS, right? Well, kind of. They've all got sort of a basic topical focus, but they all pretty much say the same things in some flame or another. If she wants to decide who they prosecute, maybe she should run for county attorney. Don't tempt her, Bruce.
Oh,
Jesus. God. I'm running for county attorney so I can let myself, I'll dismiss my own cases. I don't want to be charged with it. I didn't do anything wrong. I'm there too, Robin. I don't think she can ever, I've never seen her take accountability ever in everything I've seen over the last couple of years plus. I don't know that she's got that in her. I'm not sure the wiring is there either. Maybe she needs a binder per charge. That would still probably be 1,000 pages, including the charging documents.
I feel like whenever she feels like she's going to get to the end of all possible paths, that's the moment in which she's going to try and figure out the way to have the least impactful thing, the least amount of jail time, the least amount of fines. And that often comes in forms of plea deals and like, okay, I did it, but I was crazy or whatever. And that will, instead of giving her, 140 years in federal prison, it'll be, 14 or something like that.
Well,
that just got to be absolutely the end of the road as far as she can see it. And I mean, I don't know. I'm probably naive to like, because like her grift runs very deep. Obviously,
very deep and very long, deep and wide, deep and there are not as of yet federal charges, but it could certainly. There are some rumors that there may be some things coming. I can't. I cannot confirm nor deny. Nor can I reveal how I know that.
I was just thinking, the felony thing, because that's pretty serious to do. So, but
yeah. But because there's multiple states involved, there could be, and stuff that may or may not have crossed state lines.
Gee, cross state stuff. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Anyway.
Bruce says, who says prosecutors aren't also prosecuting other important crimes as well as prosecuting in this case? This is all speculation and whataboutism. Laura Owens, Bruce, and Laura Owens is never wrong. And heavy vocal fry. I'm Laura Owens, and I approve this message. I'm hearing vocal fry a lot more in young ladies these days, and it just grates on me like chalk on the board. That Fruity podcast, that one young lady, is just, I want to say something, but I can't. No contest would be the lowest she would go. I'm not even sure she would do that, because that's also an admission. And of course, with a no contest, you're still adjudicated guilty. I mean, that's like giving it away. Yeah. I think she would go to trial long before she ever took a no contest. I really do. Because, that's I'm not going to admit to it, but you're still going to find me guilty. So it's like, well, you may as well at least step up to the plate and swing, right? In this kind of a case with 14 felonies, you've got a better chance at trying to convince a jury. It's how I feel about it. Yeah, Ella wants to pretend this is an unusual case, but Maricopa DA has successfully prosecuted pregnancy extortion case that had targeted an MLB player. Ooh, really? Share with me that case. I would like to know.
And that even aligns so nicely with your sports ball step up to the plate reference. Nicely
I
done.
know. Isn't that great? Chat's wonderful. Okay, back to the printing
Yep.
here.
You continue to do this. I need to get a different computer to open up that link because reasons. So
Because
yeah.
reasons. Ooh. Oh, are you reaching
So
into the black bag?
just stare at the lovely snow background for a while. How about
Oh,
that?
okay, fine. Okay. Return and report, to use a Turner phrase. All right, we'll continue reading while Jeep Daddy is doing some forensic analysis. This is not a story about whether Laura Owens is sympathetic, credible, or likable, which is she's none of those things. It is not even a story about whether she was right or wrong in the statements she made. Well, she was definitely wrong, and she knows she committed fraud because she admitted to things on the witness stand in Owens v. Eckerd. It is a story about proportionality and about what happens when a justice system appears to reserve its most muscular response, not for the most dangerous conduct, but for the most visible defendant. No, 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 no. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't remotely muscular. I mean, there were some attractive officers. This is true. But they didn't handcuff her. They didn't tase her. All the things I was hoping to see. They didn't smash her sliding glass door in. All the things I would have loved to have seen. None of that happened. So it was hardly a muscular response. Although there were a lot of muscles there. Some of them not so
All
bad.
she needed to do was saying she was just traveling, and then they probably would have. But
Yeah, yeah. How do you travel in a casita?
I don't know.
I'm in my poolside rowboat casita. I'm traveling. The Constitution says I have a right to travel in my own casita.
That's right.
I don't need a license or insurance. Okay, I better stop. This is going to devolve really quickly. I don't even have to have a maid to clean up the piles of clothes I've got piled up in a corner like a dog shit heap of. Okay, never mind.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. It's a story about. Okay, we've read that paragraph. Moving along. What does it say to families who have lost loved ones to gun violence that this case received urgency while theirs did not? Well, no. They never said that this case was the highest priority. They didn't exert all their resources in just this. I mean, come on. You're not that special, Laura. Please. The prosecuting attorneys are working hundreds, if not thousands, of cases all at the same time. This one just happened to get a little push and a little plus. Just like faith needs a little push, business needs a little plus. And Laura has plussed herself right out of show business. What does it say to survivors of sexual assault whose evidence remains untested that the county could find time, energy, and creativity here? Creativity? What are they creating? What does it say to the public when a prosecutor appears more animated by online attention than by unresolved violence? So pathetic. The answer is uncomfortable, but is increasingly difficult to avoid. This prosecution does not appear to be about protecting the public from harm. Yes, it is, because we're trying to keep men from an abusive, coercive, manipulative. How many more adjectives do I need? Just an evil succubus bitch from the hell of Jan Black's loins. That's graphic enough.
Well, yeah.
No one in Phoenix is afraid of encountering this defendant on a dark street. I beg to differ. I don't think Clayton Eckert or Greg Gillespie ever want to see her down a dark alley ever again, or even in a well-lit alley. No, I wouldn't want to see her in either of those places either.
Yeah, I'm a certified gay, and I don't want to see her there.
Even if I were well protected, it's nothing I want to see.
Yeah, no.
In a heavily armed courtroom, I could tolerate that. So that's about as close as I ever want to get to such evil. No community was made safer by the filing of these charges. Well, that's your opinion, Laura. But the rest of us know better. No pattern of violence was interrupted. Debatable. Claiming to be an abuse survivor implies certain violence was applied. But it never happened, so I don't know. Okay, semantics. Real public safety work is quiet. It happens in files no one reads, in cases that never trend. Yeah. Sucks to be you. This one's trending pretty well. It is slow, frustrating, and oh golly, that's an alert sound I've never heard before.
Just ignore it.
Yeah, I'll come back to that in a minute. It is slow, frustrating, and often thankless. No, I don't agree with that. This is a lot of hyperbole. It does not lend itself to press conferences or social media spikes. It does not produce villains the internet has already decided to hate. Oh, woe is Laura Owens. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo.
Poor thing.
Performance, by contrast, is loud. Just like Laura making Medium blogs and making YouTube videos with David Gingras. And what else has she done? Making FraudX talks and podcasts and faking people and doctors and pictures and writing. Okay. It thrives on spectacle. It feels decisive, even when it accomplishes nothing measurable. This case has all the hallmarks of performance. Oh, it's begun already. More water. And performance is expensive. Well, you should know, Laura, you're claiming bankruptcy. How much performing have you done? Both in and out of the horse rink, or whatever they call it. What do they call the horse thing? I don't know. That's for the horse people. The public has not been told how much this prosecution has cost in dollars. Oh, so we're going to complain that this is costing the taxpayers too much money to prosecute her. So therefore, they shouldn't do it at all because she's too expensive for them. That's what we're saying. Numbers not merely in accounting details, they are moral facts. What? Wait a minute. Let me try this again. The public has not been told how much this prosecution has cost in dollars, hours, or diverted attention. But those numbers are not merely accounting details. They are moral facts. That doesn't make sense to me. I think AI screwed that one up. They represent other cases that did not move. Oh, so we're claiming it's amoral that her case is moving forward when she believes that others aren't. That's terrible. Other victims who did not get calls, other investigations that stalled while this one accelerated. You have no facts of that, Laura. Stop it. That's bullshit. Oh, damn it. My bullshit button.
Knock it off.
Bullshit! There we go. If the county attorney's office believes this allocation was justified, of course it was. Otherwise, they wouldn't have done it. It owes the public an explanation. No, they don't have to give a monetary account so you can sky scream about this is costing so much money they shouldn't be doing it, because that's where we're trying to go with this. Not a laugh, not a shrug, not a reference to social media buzz. Because in a system that claims it cannot do everything, what it chooses to do says everything. I don't agree with that. I imagine they do quite a bit. And right now, the message is troubling. That visibility can outweigh violence. That's not true. That attention can substitute for threat, and that the machinery of justice is most responsive not to danger but to noise. That's also not true. This is not just a problem for one defendant. It is a problem for everyone still waiting for justice and wondering why their case never seemed interesting enough. The sky's screaming. The sky is falling on me, Laura Owens. The sky is falling. I like the disclaimer here at the bottom. It's funny. This article relies on publicly accessible filings, testimony, and reporting. It aims to summarize and contextualize the existing record, but does not purport to speak for any party involved in the litigation. All interpretations are based on documents already in the public domain. I mean, how much more bullshitty can you get? Oh.
Bullshit! Wow.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, I'm going to back up and chat just a little bit here. Let's see. Casey Jimmy. LO wants to pretend this is an unusual case, but Maricopa County. Oh, we already said that one. Oh, okay. I've lost track. Where are we? Trying to scroll through the chat. The interviews she gave were wild. Yes, they were. This is my personal convenience. This is my personal casita conveyance. I'd be afraid that she'd claim that I gave her a TBI soothing. Oh, Ikimbo says it's an arena. It's a horse arena. Okay, Bruce affirms that. And I think Bruce has talked with...
Thanks for having my back, Bruce. I appreciate that.
This volunteer is way too personally invested. I'm adding personally because it's a personal investment, obviously. Great Consider Connect says, I'm late to tonight's party, but that doesn't look like mismatch since the snarky gays wasted all our time moaning and bitching about absolutely nothing for at least 19 minutes. You got that damn right. Damn straight.
1000% correct. And
The person being investigated, arguing they shouldn't be investigated. Shocking. Oh, Bruce, you're just taking all the fun out of it. It would waste more money to calculate the cost for the volunteer. Yes. I think the volunteer doesn't have a job. I think IB's correct about this.
yeah.
But we'll file for leaving the state to claim that we do have a job in California to see our sister.
Yeah.
Great Consider Connect rescued a rat with cancer who'd been abandoned. His name was Ratty McRatterson. I like that. You're sweet, Batty. Made me think of him, miss him so much. Oh, I've seen some cute rodents in my life. I had a rodent as a child. That was pretty cute. It was not a rat, however.
Hamster?
Guinea pig.
Oh, guinea pig.
Yes, and what was it? Was it 6th grade? I think it was. We had 2 classroom guinea pigs for the year, and at the end of the year, we all put the name in the hat, and who would get to take one of the 2 home, and I got one, and someone else in class got the other one. My mother was not very happy that day. It's like the only time I ever won something in my young life. Mom hated that poor thing, although there were a couple moments where, because they kind of purr in a weird way.
Yeah. You got that little,
Yeah, they make funny little noises other than just squeaking like rodents. And there were a couple moments where Mom was holding this poor thing, and I was like, oh, that was kind of cute. But Mom just like, oh, but it's still a rodent, and it does rodent things. It's like, well, it's cute and it's in a cage. Settle down.
Yeah. Just calm down.
I was so deprived of pets as a child. Oh my God. Is Create muted in chat? Don't see their comments. No, it's showing up for me. No one's in a timeout. I don't know what to say. Switch from top chat to live chat. There you go, Bruce. See, that's why Bruce is also a mod here. Bruce knows all the things. All right. So should I see what you sent in the chat?
In the chat, that was just, I was moving the link around, but I did figure it out. So it is the Mitchell press conference.
Oh, okay. So nothing special. Just what I
No,
thought.
it's nothing special. It's like a minute long. Like it's,
Yeah, she just talks about it and talks about how, because she's on Twitter, the county attorney's office has a Twitter account, which I do follow. Most of it talks about stuff they're looking at, cases they're doing and that kind of thing. It's really not all that interesting unless you live in the area. But yes, Rachel Mitchell has made the comment that when something blows up on the story that they want her to know, or the county attorney's office to know, their Twitter is just kind of blowing up. So she's aware. People are watching.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now it's your turn, sir. What? Now let me read you the menu
all right.
of options here for what you would like to read and just roll your eyes at. So option number 1, tried before trial, how public certainty erased the presumption of innocence. Number 2, if Maury, referring to Maury Povich, and Catfish, referring to the show, were crimes. Option number 3, the national stakes of the Laura Owens prosecution. Number 4, a case that reached the internet before the court. Or number 5, when a paternity case becomes a SWAT operation.
Oh, that last one is kind of tempting, but I must do the Maury Povich one because
How did I know you were going to pick that one?
Because I'm a product of the I'm a late Gen Xer. Like that's
I know.
I grew up on that
yes.
shit. So
Mother thought it was sleazy trash, and we weren't allowed to watch much of it.
I wasn't. I mean, I also watched like the Jerry Springers and Sally Jesse Raphaels of the world, and my mom was none too pleased about that. But
Yeah, well, it's just like I wasn't allowed to watch Simpsons, and South Park was forbidden. I think we've talked about this before.
yes.
Oh, well, Batty McBatface approves. Go Maury, go Maury.
Absolutely.
All right, here you go.
All right. I'm glad I got a refill of my bourbon for this.
Should we set a timer and see if it takes 4 minutes, like it says?
It's not, because I'm probably going to
All right.
pauses and things for like, what the fuck did I just do to myself.
Oh,
Okay.
Bruce. Oh, Bruce. Oh, I don't know if I should cringe or just laugh.
I don't know either.
I
don't know.
Namaste to your friend. That's all I'll
Yeah.
say.
Yes. All right. If Maury and catfish were crimes, one way to understand the Owens prosecution is to ask a question the law itself has never bothered to answer. If this conduct is criminal, why has American television spent decades treating it as entertainment? I am drinking, just with a little hint of Chambord in it, Woodinville American Bourbon, their flagship product, because it's one of my favorites. And it just feels like that's what I'm going to need to get through this. So, yes. Yes, for years, reality television has functioned as an unintentional catalog of human misrepresentation. Entire genres are built around people lying to one another about identity, intimacy, pregnancy, fidelity, money, health, and intention. Viewers are viewers are invited not to recoil in fear, but to learn, to laugh, to judge, to argue about who is worse, and then move on. No one calls the police. Yeah, because they're in the studio audience and people have been watching humans do tragic shit for centuries as soon as things could be written down on parchment paper and scribed into stone and marveling at the idiocy of people and the audacity of them to do the things.
The outrage grievance here is just off the charts.
Yeah.
Why are people watching me so closely?
Yeah.
Because you're weird, Laura, and you do weird things.
Because you are a
And
genuine
you've done
weirdo.
such weird things that they have become felonies. That's that's a special talent. That's a special talent to so desperately want a relationship and be engaged with people you're interested in, most of whom, strangely enough, are not interested in you all that much. Mm-hmm. To go to such lengths as to fake pregnancies and make up stuff to try and keep them attached to you, that's a special talent. It's not one that is very monetizable, I don't think, especially when there are crimes attached to them. But
yeah, and not when you're like in the US as a white girl trying to like do this in person. If you were like a Nigerian scammer, then yeah, sure, you can totally get away with it because that's the reason why that's the business out there, and people rarely get caught because you just burn down the infrastructure and try again later. But yeah, okay.
Like I said last night, this is just white girl grievance grifting.
That's all it is.
Entitled white girl grievance grifting.
Yep. And she took it way beyond like going to TikTok and being a total like screaming Karen about it. She actually allegedly committed crimes. But anyway.
Some of them we saw in real time, so I'm kind of reluctant to use the term allegedly anymore.
Well, I'm not here to get you in complete trouble, just a little bit of trouble.
Yeah. Some of the things we saw some of our other creators go through, that's definitely not alleged.
Yeah. All right. So continuing on here. Consider Catfish now more than a decade old and still running. You are jealous as shit. Oh, wait, that was me entering that. The premise is simple. People fabricate identities, send altered photos, invent backstories, and manipulate romantic partners for emotional connection.
She's telling on herself.
Oops.
She's telling on herself. Isn't that great?
That's so wonderful. It's like other people, the celebrity types in this country.
Maricopa County Attorney's Office, are you capturing this? She's admitting it right here.
Yeah. How about we just print this out and just send it?
I mean, was it
in the mail?
Did she watch the show? Was it her inspiration? Ooh, I hadn't considered that.
Maybe.
She's not a creative. She always seems to steal and plagiarize from other places. Like some of her stuff, I think some of her relationship stuff comes from what her mother did.
Yeah. The misrepresentations are often extensive and deliberate. Some last years. Some involve multiple false personas. Some include invented illnesses, deaths, or pregnancies. The harm can be real: emotional devastation, humiliation, lost time, occasionally lost money. Again,
and admitting it causes harm.
Yeah.
She's telling on herself.
Wow.
Ooh.
Nice 80s TV show ooh crowd there. That's great.
I like these. Some of these buttons are great. Or maybe
Some
it
of
should
them
be
are
this.
Yeah.
The laugh track isn't quite as good, but I could have a few more variations if I wanted to add it.
That's fine. We'll just get it from Hanna-Barbera. It'll be fine.
Then we need to do the Frosty the Snowman special.
Yes. Yet, when the truth is revealed, the response is not criminal. It is confrontation, explanation, sometimes outrage, sometimes empathy. The show ends not with arrests, but with the recognition that the deception in intimacy occupies a morally gray space the criminal law has historically refused to enter. That refusal
No.
is not accidental, it is foundational. Bullshit. And
No.
bullshit! That whole thing is like all of that shit is scripted to begin with, and it's not real. And what you did was allegedly real. Anyway.
Well, the faking
Long
of
before
pregnancy with
Catfish.
Clayton Eckert is not alleged. That I can say for sure.
That one I can say for sure.
Because
Yeah,
that went to trial, and she tried to
She's
appeal it
found-
twice.
and found
She
guilty.
lost all the way up.
Guilty,
And
guilty,
that's where
guilty,
she was
guilty.
found. She was determined to be a fraud. So I don't use alleged when it comes to anything involving Owens v. Eckert. And really, I could probably say the same thing about Owens v. Maricini, since that was dismissed. Even though she's threatening, she's appealing it. She hasn't actually filed it yet. She's just made a notice of appearance. The preliminary, the notice to appeal, or whatever the hell it's called. She hasn't done it yet. We're waiting to see docket updates there, with her wanting to update that to correct the record that she decided not to attend.
Yeah. Good luck.
Okay. Carry on.
Anyway, long before Catfish, there was the Maury Povich Show. For 3 decades, millions of Americans... Would you stop scrolling while I'm trying to read? Jesus Christ.
Hey.
For 3 decades, millions of Americans watched episodes built around paternity uncertainty. Women believed a man was the father. Men denied it. DNA tests resolved the question, often to cheers or jeers. Sometimes the woman was wrong. Sometimes she had been mistaken about timing. Sometimes she had been intimate with more than one person. Sometimes she had been certain and wrong. None of this triggered prosecution. No one argued that a mistaken belief about pregnancy constituted fraud. No one suggested that conflicting statements about intimacy amounted to perjury. The entire premise of the show rested on the assumption that early pregnancy and paternity are areas where people are often wrong without being criminal. That assumption was shared not just by television producers, but by courts. Yeah, because like after they were revealed to be the baby daddy, do you not think that they went to court and were now to have to go and do, I don't know, child support and stuff like that? That didn't make it on the show. God, you dingy bitch. You just have no clue. Fuck.
Oh, I love it. It's like a weird appeal to ignorance, isn't it?
It is.
As Bruce says, too bad there was no DNA test determination in this case. I wonder why. And just to remind everybody, it was Laura Owens who skipped out on all of the appointments for the fetal DNA testing. The one where she says in one of those hearings, but the testing is ongoing.
Ongoing.
When Clayton received results that there was little to no fetal DNA. Bruce also says if Laura had just told the court, gosh, I failed to provide sufficient proof of pregnancy and paternity and paid the bill, all would be fine. Yes, this would have gone away already. But she ain't got the money, and neither do mommy and daddy, so that's a problem. Being wrong about who is the father is very different than faking a baby to 24 weeks and rubbing a giant fake baby bump in court.
Right.
That's
And let's
another
not
one I
forget
need
the
to
whole
do
like
some-
fraudulently going and editing sonograms. Like,
I need to go back through those appearances and get some clips of her moving all that shit around and speed it up. I need to do that. That's on my to-do list still. It's been on my to-do list for like 8 months.
Oh, and she brings up Dr. Phil in the next paragraph. Dr.
Uh-huh.
Fuck
Yeah,
Phil.
I
Okay,
know.
that's
Isn't this
great.
great?
Yeah.
I'm
So
not
the same
surprised
is
you picked this
true.
one.
Yeah. Well, it just sort of called to me. The same is true of other staples of the genre. Dr. Fuck Phil has also hosted countless episodes involving fabricated relationships, invented pregnancies, and exaggerated medical claims. 90 Day Fiancé routinely feature people misrepresenting finances, immigration status, fidelity, and the intent to marry. Viewers are encouraged to judge, sometimes harshly, but not to imagine what they are watching belongs in a criminal courtroom. Oh my God. Okay, whatever. These show exist because the culture intuitive, intuitively. There we go. Okay, I need more bourbon. Something that Owens' indictment strains to deny: deception in relationships, even when manipulative or unethical, is not the same thing as fraud. Okay. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay, my brain just threw an exception. Excuse me, I just need to reboot. Okay, yeah.
404 error.
Shit, that was
Exit
almost a
out and
blue screen. That's almost a blue screen in my
no.
brain, my friend.
No BSO
Oh,
BSDs. No
yeah, no.
BSDs. Oh my
Woof.
goodness.
Okay.
I don't want to have to call in a wellness check for you.
Thank God you know my address.
Well, then I would have to take. Oh, I better not say his name. I'd have to bang on his door and say, "You need to help me with somebody. We need a resuscitation."
Yes, yes.
I almost said it.
You
I
could.
almost said it
You could.
because the
You
most of
almost
the
did.
words are here.
Yes, and why don't you just
I've
go
had to
ahead and do
bite my
that
tongue.
anyway? Why
No,
just do
let's
it
not.
anyway?
Let's
Yeah,
not.
do it anyway.
Let's
No,
not.
not say
No.
his name. Just bring him. Anyway,
Oh,
let's move
yeah.
along before I end up getting
Let's not
everybody
get
in
ourselves
trouble.
in more trouble.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. These shows exist because we already read that. Fraud requires a specific architecture, intent to obtain money or property, reliance, and loss. Reality television thrives precisely because those elements are usually absent. The harm is emotional, not transactional. The deception is personal, not commercial. The remedy, when there is one, is social consequence, not incarceration.
Does she not realize that we're putting her through some social consequences right now? There's just no awareness. There's zero awareness
No,
factors here.
she probably
Zero.
doesn't.
Well,
It's like I
she's just
said,
locked
being
away in
a
her casita or riding a horse. She doesn't get out. Barry's. Sorry,
well,
Barry's boot camp where she's at every day, allegedly.
yeah.
According to a lot of people who know who she is, that also go to Barry's regularly and see her there all the time.
Mm-hmm. What makes the Owens prosecution so disquieting? Oh, nice usage of a
Woo!
$50 word there, girl. Okay, is that it asks us to pretend this distinction never existed. Under the theory advanced by the state, conduct long treated
It's not a
as the.
theory.
It's not a theory, honey.
Felony indictments
But
are not a theory.
yeah, bless your little heart. Anyway, um, the conduct long treated as the raw material of reality television is reclassified as a felony scheme. Private messages become evidence of criminal design. Inconsistencies common to emotionally volatile situations become perjury. Images shared between partners are recast as instruments of fraud. If that standard were applied consistently, the implications would be staggering. Every season of Catfish would double as a police blotter. Every paternity reveal on daytime television would invite prosecutorial review. Entire archives of reality programming would retroactively become evidence reels. The law has never worked that way because it cannot. A justice system that criminalizes relational chaos would collapse under its own weight. Uh, it,
Because everything on TV is real.
Shut
It's
the
the truth.
actual fuck up. God.
And if we're
Like,
watching cartoons on the TV, that must also be real by the same standard.
yeah, the Roadrunner actually can make it through the tunnel, whereas the coyote can't. Like, that's real. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, all right.
Bruce,
That
I
wasn't just
read
for
these.
lols.
I read these, Bruce, as essentially confessing.
But
That's how I
this
read these.
reads like a confession to me.
A lot of this stuff kind of woven into minimalizing language, and more other things, more deceptive other things that Jack Fox would probably have a heyday with. She's telling on herself a lot in all of these.
She's so dumb. She's putting this up as though it's some sort of defense or around like why she doesn't think she should be prosecuted here, and yet she has spilled almost every drop of tea about everything that's happened. Like,
And
oh
just
my
think there's
God,
like 4 more articles to get through.
Jesus Christ! My liver can't stand that tonight.
I might do one
maybe.
more and then we'll call
Yeah, I
it. We'll
think-
see. We're only at an hour
yeah.
25. We're doing okay.
Oh, we're fine. We're fine. Okay. What has changed is not the behavior, it is the context in which the behavior is viewed. Celebrity transformed a private dispute into public spectacle. Spectacle hardened into moral certainty. Moral certainty demanded punishment, and punishment arrived dressed as the law. Oh, fuck off. The danger is not limited to the one defendant. Once the boundary between private misrepresentation and criminal fraud is erased, it does not selectively reappear. It becomes available whenever a narrative is loud enough, a defendant unpopular enough, oh, poor you, oh, poor you, or an audience sufficiently convinced it already knows the ending. Yeah, because you're fucking stupid and posting all this shit on your blog, you dumb ditzy bitch again. God. Ugh. Reality television has always depended on the idea that that people can behave badly without being criminals. That distinction is what allows viewers to judge without fearing the consequences for themselves. If the Owens prosecution succeeds in redefining that boundary, it will not just rewrite one case, it will quietly redefine the legal meaning of intimacy itself, transforming conduct long understood as human, if flawed, into something the state can punish with prison. And that shift, that is a shift that no television audience ever voted for, and no legal system should make without reckoning what it destroys in the process.
Some of it's clumsy writing. Ugh.
Oh my God.
I think Jen is not far from the the intent here.
That this probably is jury. It could be jury pool poisoning. I could see that as super possible.
Said, I don't remember if it was something I read yesterday or other things I've already kind of previewed, where she tries to make the case that this is so public that there's absolutely no one left in the state of Arizona who's going to give her a fair trial. I read that somewhere. That wasn't the exact language. I'm paraphrasing. But that's what she's going for. I think you're absolutely right about that, Jen. She thinks that everyone is on the internet talking and looking at this and reading her writings that she can make a plea for. And yeah, I mean, this is her attempt to try and balance what the rest of us do as content creators. I bet she's optimizing the SEO up to hoo-ha. She's trying. We've given her enough clicks, so people don't go look at this stuff. That's why we're covering it. Don't give her the search engine updates and algorithm pushes. That's why we're doing this for you. Just like Ginger Bites. We read this stuff so you don't have to. And we can do so with a little bit more internet protection than perhaps you may have available to you. I don't think we know the ending. We're constantly discussing what the outcome of our criminal case will be. Yeah. I mean,
we know one ending.
Prison or prison if it goes to a trial and she's convicted and sentenced. There is no collect $200 as you round the turn.
Nope.
This isn't a game of Monopoly. Kimbo, I think her new defense attorney is getting an ulcer about now. If he didn't have one even before, the poor man. My brain can't. After reading this, I'm not sure how to English. Well, that's exactly what Radical would say. Are your brainy bits broken?
Murr.
Or has she blown up a wordy bin bucket?
Murr.
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 And if she can't get in the car, she doesn't know how to car seat. It's just a funny guy, that Radical.
Yes,
he's a funny guy. He would be a kick to meet in real life and see if the mental image of the person behind the artistry is the one I'm thinking. Okay, do we have another one in us?
Sure, why not?
Sure, why not?
Why
All right,
not?
let's see. Let me get rid of Maury and Catfish. Let's see.
No,
Cost of
that
I
is
think
so
we
that is so
started
brilliant
with
because that does not
one.
take it like she's so narrow in her thought here of after a Maury episode, what happens then? Like, yeah, that's just an hour on daytime television, but I mean, do, do you not think that maybe they would figure out how to go after child support and custody things, and like maybe they want to be a co-parent, but like it just I don't. She's so short-sighted because she's so desperate to protect herself and trying to come up with this narrative
Yes,
around
try to
this. It's
control
just
the
like,
narrative.
and it's like, girl, no, you are doing the exact opposite. You are making this shit worse for yourself.
She
Like,
overestimates her value as a personality.
yeah,
She so overestimated her value as a podcaster. She thought she was just the queen bee of podcasting with her and her mother on the Nobody Told Me podcast. And we don't even know exactly how much they made. She made claims that she made over 200,000 a year on the podcast. Other things have stated maybe she made 50,000 a year on the podcast. Maybe she didn't make much of anything. It was apparently worthless around the time everybody was filing for bankruptcy. So,
I mean,
did
yeah,
they
I
even
mean,
make any
clearly,
money on the sponsors they had? Maybe not as much as they claimed. Maybe a few thousand here, a few thousand there. They were kind of not interesting sponsors, but
I mean, it doesn't really matter if she's sitting there filing for bankruptcy because like she's like laying out all those claims, and like we reviewed the bankruptcy documentation there. It's like it doesn't matter if it's 50,000 or 5 million, like it's all gone, and so it doesn't even like I just feel like that's immaterial because like if there's all this money that was made by this podcast, then 200,000 to satisfy that debt to Clayton would have been nothing. Like, here is your check. It's certified.
sure.
Done.
Uh-huh. DZNY Babe 76 says, if the prosecution offered her a plea bargain, do you think she would take it? I don't currently.
Not
The county
yet.
attorney's office has stated before the holidays that they were going to offer a plea deal. It has not happened yet. They probably will offer something at some point, but I don't think it's going to come for another couple of weeks. Is how I read the tea leaves currently.
Well, and I would imagine that it'll probably get far enough down the line that the prosecutor's office is just like, yeah, nope, too late. We are well beyond the threshold of offering a plea deal. Fuck off.
Yeah, and she's definitely grasping for arguments that will work. It's too late. The proverbial cat is out of the bag. The toothpaste is out of the tube. There's no way to put it back. And the more this goes on, the more we uncover. And it just gets worse and worse for her. And I would also say, don't feel too bad for mom and dad or the sister. But particularly mom. They
Particularly
created
mom.
this monster.
Particularly mom.
Definitely mom.
Yeah.
Dad has been said by former coworkers to have been quite a piece of work as well. And he was chasing after younger women and apparently lived away from the rest of the family for a while where he was happier not being attached to the Owens women. He had his own little apartment for a time, and I don't know what quite happened to force him to live back with Jan and the daughters again, but something happened. Probably some threats would be my guess. Ron, if you don't get back together with me, I'm going to sue you and drag your name through the media. That would be my hunch. I don't know that, but
Assuming that he was even using his
the
actual name, right?
Sensing the vindictiveness of these women, that would be how I think it would go down. Yeah. And then he was just being accommodating, I guess, because he didn't want to lose.
This is a whole tribe of grifters and people who
it is
try
a family
and,
that grifts.
Yeah. Yep.
And while we haven't seen much from the sister, I think she even tried to cash in on some family fame to get the job she's enjoyed and some of the connections she's benefited from. Not to the extent that Laura has grifted, but I think to a lower level. Can't put the ship back in the horse. True.
Yeah.
Alrighty, here's another one. Let's go for a nice uneven 3 and see where we're at the end of that. We may be done after this one. I don't know.
We'll see.
Ron did marry Jan till after both girls were... No, well, allegedly. Supposedly they were married 2 years before Jan gave birth to Sarah. Supposedly. I did have a wedding announcement. I've got that in my file somewhere. I talked about it I forget how many episodes back. I did a little bit more of a deeper dive in Jan Black, Elizabeth Ann Naylor's earlier history. I had a kindly subscriber send me some news clippings of Mama's history. There was an article of her in a it was the high school report, and she was sitting in front of a microphone as one of the young high school broadcasters in that particular school who were learning the trade earlier on. I couldn't tell you which episode that is. It's been a while, but I did do a little thing and cover that, and it also had some other things like when she was married to Ron and so on and so forth. So I'm pretty sure that she was married in 86. Sarah was born in 88. Laura was born in 90. So everything was sort of 2 years apart, rather conveniently. But presumably, I believe that Ron and Jan knew each other many years before they officially got married. And I think there are stories there waiting to come out. That's what I think.
A marriage certificate should be public record, right? Isn't that like...
Yeah, Holo Records in California is a little goofy. I tried to get one. They don't quite do it very digitally. I'm not going to go to San Francisco.
Well, and there's like a certain threshold from like when things are digitized
you probably
versus
could
not.
get it if you want to pay for it. Blah blah blah.
Right.
And since you're not the record holder, they get a little skittish about. I mean, there are ways, but
yes,
does it really matter in the worldwide circle of Laura Owens' tangled webs? No.
It's an interesting footnote to the whole thing, but yes, in the end, it's not really material.
Yeah. It just gives us framework. So if you desperately want to know, go dig through all of my old stuff. Well, it's not all that old. I would say it was probably about 3 months ago, give or take. You'll just have to watch more of my stuff. We got to get those watch hours up, people. If we want to get
some watch hours,
hit that like and subscribe. We need to get up to the 1,000 mark. And if it happened before the New Year's, I'd be just pleased as punch. Okay, now here's the one I've selected because I thought this one has, we try and send some warning bells here with this one. The national stakes of the Laura Owens prosecution. What's going to happen to everyone else if Laura Owens is prosecuted?
Yeah,
can you imagine?
Just naturally going off the previous article, right? Of like, oh, what's this going to do if I don't know? Okay.
It's going to upend freedom and liberties in the justice system if Laura Owens is prosecuted. The whole world will fall into a black hole of a collapse. I mean, can we get any more histrionic and dramatic than that?
She apparently thinks she needs to try. But,
I don't know.
We're trying in an entire article here.
Before I read it, you want to predict what it's about? I mean, we've touched it already.
It's poor me, and if I go down, then this is going to upend all of society, and reality TV is going to like cease to exist, and Maury Povich is going to get prosecuted, or I don't know. So it's
I think she
Dr.
wishes
Phil is going to go to
she could
jail.
get on Maury Povich, or maybe she'd probably prefer Oprah. She wants to be on Oprah's show. Yeah. I don't know. I'm making that up. She's an opportunist. She'll try and rub shoulders with anyone who she can try and get an advantage from. She's a grifter.
Of course. Yeah.
Just like Lynette Preston and all of the anti-Hales media ecosystem. They're just a bunch of criminal grifters. And many of those in the Hales are convicted felons. So there's that. Laura will be the first in all this brouhaha to be convicted. If and or when it happens. Hopefully when more than if.
Oh, we're going down reproductive rights. Oh my God. Okay.
You were close. In the long history of reproductive rights, most threats arrive plainly labeled: a statute restricting abortion, a court decision narrowing autonomy, a policy aimed at criminalizing pregnancy outcomes. What is unfolding in Maricopa County is more subtle and for that reason, more dangerous. Damn it. I'm just slow on the buttons today. I don't know why. It is the first known case in the United States in which a woman faces sweeping felony charges, including offenses in the same class as manslaughter, because the state now asserts she was never pregnant when she initiated a lawful paternity action, because the two are mutually inclusive. To grasp the significance of this case, it is necessary to put Laura Owens herself to the side. Whether one believes she was pregnant, doubts her credibility, or finds her actions reckless is not the question for this prosecution forces the country to confront. The question is whether reproductive uncertainty itself can now be retroactively criminalized. It's all conspiracy, isn't it?
Totally.
No state has ever treated reproductive uncertainty this way. If Arizona succeeds, others will follow. Early pregnancies. Early pregnancy is defined not by clarity, but by instability. Who defines pregnancy as instability?
That's a cute theory. Did dipshit David come up with that one?
I don't know.
That's cute.
Her charges are because she committed the crimes, and the charges not because she was or wasn't pregnant. Thank you, Bruce. Bruce, why are you not on here? You can come and join us if you really want. You have the link. You've popped on before. You could join us. It's up to you. Allegedly. Yes.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Where was I? Oh, shit balls. Oh, okay. Medical literature consistently estimates that 30 to 50% of pregnancies end before they are clinically recognized. Which literature are we talking about? Can we have some citations, please? Hormone levels rise and fall. Well, when you're pregnant, they typically go in one direction. That's up. Symptoms fluctuate. Tests conflict. No, they don't. Tests are cumulative. Chemical pregnancies resolve before ultrasounds are possible. What is a chemical pregnancy? What the hell is a... I say this as a dude. What the hell do I know about all the ins and outs of pregnancy? At that point, I will feign some ignorance. I don't know.
Chat help us out, because like I'm another dude over here. I have no fucking clue.
We'll carry on. Chemical pregnancies resolved before ultrasounds are possible. We're probably talking about HCG tests. That's probably what we're talking about, because that's our go-to. This clinically provided HCG test that says I was positive proves I was pregnant. Well, no, it doesn't. No. It's an indicator. It is not proof. The proof, as Dr. Samantha Deans said in the trial with Owens v. Eckerd, the proof is in there being the production of a baby, a fetus. There is something cooking in the oven. Even if that cooking ends prematurely for whatever reason, there is evidence of that. Laura Owens provided no evidence other than images and other things she fabricated. Oh, let's see. Carol Key says it's
the
it's
fraud.
like a miscarriage. Yeah. Oh, interesting. A really early one. Oh, okay. Very good. Thank you. I don't want to get too far into the weeds with the medical stuff. It gets icky. It gets icky. And I've actually talked about it because my sister had a miscarriage. So it's... for generations, both medicine... Oops. Yeah. I'm in the right place. For generations, both medicine and law have treated this uncertainty as unavoidable. A physiological reality, not a moral or legal failing. The conflating of just stupid things. Criminal law has never attempted to police that space until now. I wouldn't say that.
I don't think
because medical fraud has been a thing for quite a long time. Quite a long time. At the center of the Owens case is a paternity petition she filed. Oh, now we're going back in time again. She filed after obtaining early positives. There it is. Obtaining. That's a buzzword, folks. I'm having a Jack Fox moment. It's not that she herself had an early positive HCG lab test. We obtained an early positive HCG. Oh, if I could get Jack Fox on this show, that would be fantastic. Arizona law explicitly allows such filings during pregnancy. The statute was written to protect children and allocate responsibility sooner rather than later, and it contains no requirement that a pregnancy survive, no obligation to prove viability, and no penalty if the filer turns out to be mistaken. That's not true. It presumes sensibly that pregnancy is a physiologic process, not a guarantee. Laura Owens gave that a lot of thought, didn't she? I wonder how much that was premeditated before she filed against Clayton Echard. I wonder. Kimbo says, nothing proves a real pregnancy like shooting up HCG, fake baby bumps, altered ultrasounds, and feigned doctor visits. Yep. Mm-hmm. Most people, even people who are late-term awareness in their pregnancy, end up going to a doctor at some point, like a real doctor in person. They get themselves in the stirrups, not to be too graphic, and things are looked at and things are photographed and imaged and real ultrasounds with a real doctor with your name on it. That doesn't have to be Fiverr logoed in there.
It's just an iron-on patch on some random white coat. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
She hired Fiverr. That's another Megan Fox song. That one's good too. I should send Megan an email. Can I use some of your songs as well? She'd say no. She would say no. But I'm a big fan of Megan songs. I don't know. Maybe she would say yes. I have no idea.
Maybe.
I'm too much of a chicken to actually email Megan Fox because I know her email box is super busy. And I'm just a chicken.
Well, give me your email password. I'll take care of it for you.
Oh, I'm sure you will. In every known instance, until this one, when a pregnancy did not continue, the legal outcome was civil, not criminal, and ended with a dismissed petition.
Uh-huh.
There's no frame of reference. These are just such blanket statements. They're just
it's a nice claim, but again, like cite your sources,
no
ChatGPT. Come on,
no facts at all. Well, you're certainly didn't, so that kind of bucks that assumption, even if it's true.
Yeah.
Whoops. The Owens case is the lone departure. Well, that would have to be proven. I don't believe that, just reading this. Arizona has taken a process designed to help families and repurposed it into a basis for indictment. Aren't we salty? This break from precedent, well, again, you haven't proven the precedent, matters precisely because the state's theory does not limit itself to ultrasound images or the specific evidence in this case. It rests on a broader and far more troubling premise. I almost want to hit a button, but I won't. That if the government later determines a woman was not in fact pregnant, then her earlier belief or her earlier assertion can be treated as intentional deception, warranting years or decades in prison.
Oh my God. I can't.
It's a clown show. Once that door is opened, the implications extend well beyond this case. What happens to a woman who files for child support during her early pregnancy and miscarries before her first hearing? What happens to a teenager who believes she's pregnant based on symptoms and later learns she was wrong? She should have hauled her ass into the doctor is what she should have done.
Wait, is she trying to claim that you can go in and get child support before birth?
Yeah. She's claiming that you can file the petition and have it, ready to go. Which is what she tried to do with Clayton Echard. When she claimed she was pregnant.
I've never been in that situation before. Literally every case that I've ever heard about child support or custody or anything is always
a physical baby
after the fact.
After something has been, after the crotch goblin has been spawned.
Correct.
That's usually when they would award.
That's usually when that happens.
Yeah,
because there's an actual human to take care of.
It is premature. It is legally premature for a court to get involved until there is actually a baby. South Florida Thrifter says, That's actually true in Arizona, and that may be the way. Well, I'll take
Okay.
that as true.
Happy to be corrected. I'm no
It's
lawyer.
preempted. I mean, it's premature for all of those reasons.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for myriad of reasons. Because I mean, people, like, things happen. People, like, have miscarriages, and people go, like, babies, that are born really, really early and don't survive NICUs, or, like, I mean, there's,
Yeah,
like, it just,
stuff happens.
there is a lot of things that can go terribly, terribly sideways in a short amount of time, and it's just like, I can't envision where that would be like a good thing to, like. I get it. I get planning and having shit put up and done ahead of time and all that fun stuff, but, like, that's just no. Yeah. So, oh God. Okay, brain is almost going into blue screen territory again. Shit.
Well, Bruce will save you. Bruce to the rescue. No one is
Okay.
saying she couldn't file for paternity. The problem is she failed to prove pregnancy or paternity or miscarriage, and in the process committed alleged crime. Ronnie G says, just guessing pre-paternity presumes people will act reasonably, something she fails out. Also an astute observation. Bruce further says, if she had failed, and admitted her failure and paid the bills, she wouldn't have indictments. Bruce will be repeating that a lot, folks, in case you don't know. It is bizarre and will probably change now. It may be. It may or may not. I mean, that's a legislative thing for the state of Arizona, and thank God I don't live there. Thank goodness she has never had a child. She would have leveraged that kid to the nth degree. She could pull a Lynette Preston and adopt one if she can actually create one herself. And then just do another Lynette Preston grift. That woman's got more aliases than Al Capone. She's got like 70 aliases, that woman in that case. This is why I can't follow the Hales case. If you multiply this about 30 times, that's about the size of the Hales case. I can't do it. I just can't.
Good God.
This is why Megan and Tug are on during the holidays. They were on every day talking about the Hales case, trying to get caught up a little bit. And there's still dozens and dozens of documents they'll never get to. Things are already proceeding towards, I think, handcuffs is what Tug was saying the other day. Can you imagine? Can you imagine being a successful YouTube businessman, having these fans following you around the country, and then engaging in crime because you weren't going to, like, throw money at them? They couldn't suckle off you, and it's turned into like 10 federal cases.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine?
I am not popular at all in my life, so I can't even imagine, like, what that might look like in celebrity land. Like, no, I can't. Like, I have like 3 friends in my life, and
I do follow the case, karaoke or karaoke, however you pronounce it, whatever your regional equivalent of pronunciation is. I do follow it. It's my my time away from Laura Owens. I'll listen to those as I do work and stuff, just because it's so wild at how much that continues to balloon. Every day there's something new. I like to see some resolution starting to happen in all those cases with Jeremy Hales.
yeah,
But they've
sometimes
involved so many other people, including disgraced attorneys who've lost their law licenses. They've got so many psychopaths and criminals kind of, clogging up the works. It's going to take them. This is going to go on for years for them.
Well, yeah, and I mean the wheels of justice move sometimes slower than a lot of us would like.
And
so I mean, there's that, reason. And then for very good reason, right? And like and then there's the added complications. Which this other case sounds like there's definitely plenty. And if that's that much bigger than even just LO and her, 14 charges now, it's just like, holy shit. And like Batty just said, grifter's gonna grift. They're gonna do it.
Yep.
No matter where. Arizona, Florida, New York, Washington, D.C. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, what happens to the woman whose early loss is too swift to document? Whose clinic test is inconclusive? Or whose medical records do not unfold neatly enough to satisfy a prosecutor? Oh my God. The Ravgen was not inconclusive. Little to no fetal DNA is not inconclusive. That means there was nothing there. Because as a number of women in chat have reminded me, fetal DNA can stay with you for decades, years after you've birthed children. They can find evidence of just about everything you've ever produced, which it's fascinating to me. And the fact that Laura's, how do I want to phrase this? Laura's nether regions are as barren as the desert of Arizona in terms of finding DNA, fetal DNA of any kind. That should be a telling statement.
Well, like the sonogram that she like claimed to have was not some sort of like 2 weeks in type pregnancy, right? Like there was like it wasn't just a few cells together. Like there was an actual like baby looking object there.
Yeah.
So like this isn't some sort of like, within the first month sort of like, exit. This is like, yeah, I just oof. Yeah. Like, God, what does she think she's doing with this statement? I don't understand.
And of course, as she had done before in her relationship, well, her short-lived relationships, what started as just being pregnant to lure the man in, when she didn't get the results she wanted, then a few days later, that pregnancy would turn into, oh, by the way, we're having twins. And in multiple cases, that turned into, oh, boy and girl twins, one of each, his and hers.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Within 11 days, I think, of getting a BJ for Clayton, she was claiming to have twins. I think it was 11 days. Bruce could correct me if I'm wrong on that. You don't know those kinds of things that certain. I think with twins, is it the second trimester for twins? Is that correct? Chat, you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I know
I'm forgetting
that like
some of my high school facts now.
Well, isn't like because several of my siblings have been pregnant, and like some of them have been challenging and dicey as to whether it's actually going to happen or not. So like, there's a certain threshold, and I want to say it's like the first trimester or really close to within like a couple of 2-3 months, where like you don't announce shit until like you've crossed a certain threshold. In the first
couple months.
Exactly. So like again, all of this stuff is just like nonsensical, like that she's putting in here to lay a claim down. Like it just doesn't align.
I personally believe the accomplice is Jan. That is my belief. And anytime I talk about Jan and we talk about stuff that she's done and her involvement, I've pointed that out, and I've pointed to mountains, what I believe are mountains of evidence that demonstrate that Jan Black, Elizabeth Ann Naylor Owens, is the accomplice. There are some people who believe it could be Sister Sarah. I don't think it is. Sarah's been smartly quiet. She's smarter than the rest of her family.
Maybe she's the smartest one out of the whole lot.
Yeah. Oh, let's see what else we got. Would love to know her public defender's reaction to this malarkey. If he knows yet, do you have to inform client to not make a website defending yourself? That didn't stop Laura, and it didn't stop her with David Gingras either. She couldn't help herself, and she ate that up like flies to shit. You need an ultrasound to know, or at least the Doppler thing to hear 2 heartbeats. Oh yeah.
It isn't like the last attorney of record before the public defender on one of these cases. Like they like voluntarily just like noped out
withdrew.
Because not just because of payment, but because of
Cole's,
conflicting
a chunk of it.
Well, I'm sure it was part of it. But when we reviewed that video, I recall something about like some sort of conflict or like I ethically cannot continue. Yeah. So like that's not just like this bitch hasn't paid me. It's more like there's something more going on there. So like
non-payment does fall under ethical rules. So
okay.
It could be that alone, but I don't think it was because she's so difficult.
I feel like if it was non-payment, that would be a little more transparent. It's like
they don't want people to know that. So in most bar ethical rules, it's couched under that one for obvious reasons. Trying not to disadvantage and embarrass clients.
Oh, this bitch deserves all the embarrassment she can get. But I guess that's our job, and all these other creators that are out
Yeah.
here that she is disparaging as reality TV and commentary. Oh, shut up!
And the number of people covering this just continues to increase. There's another one I was watching just yesterday, another new one. I forget her name. She's just popped up on the Twitters and stuff. More and more. And it's amazing the number of women that are covering this story. Bruce says, I think she ran out of money. The lawyer is in the debt list. Yeah, that's what I
true.
too.
That's that I recall.
Law being a problem.
At least
client
one.
control issues are secondary to the family not having any money for anything.
Yeah, there was at least one law firm in the bankruptcy documentation, if I remember correctly. I thought there were more, but
Yeah. It depends on which side you were looking at the time. Both sides are claiming lawyers.
whichever one you
Valley
threw
Law
in my
was
face.
one of Laura's. Yeah, Laura had some lawyers that she owes money to. Are we shocked? No.
Nope.
Okay, it seems they do more scans. Back in my day, we had the 20-week scan, and I got an extra 12-week scan because part of the trial for those. Oh, interesting. Medical stuff evolves. She owes money to Corey Keith. Yeah, I think he was the Valley Law Group, if I'm not mistaken, when he was with that practice. That's at least 3 on Laura's. Yeah, for sure. Is she now vulnerable to charges of fraud, perjury, evidence tampering? Does she now face fraud charges, perjury, evidence tampering? Or does criminal liability depend on something else entirely? Visibility, notoriety, or public outrage? Because the state has not announced any intention to investigate or prosecute the thousands of women who file paternity actions during pregnancy and later report miscarriage or mistake. Sorry, Judge, I was mistaken. I was having gas.
Yeah.
I was having gas for 4 months. I was constipated.
Yeah. It's just a little bloated. It's all that bread that I ate.
Come on.
God.
There is no task force auditing family court dismissals. No review of early pregnancy filing statewide. No uniform standard explaining why Owens and only Owens was subjected to a full criminal investigation. That disparity... It's just more of the same. It's just
oh my
wash,
God.
rinse, repeat.
Yeah. Yeah, no shit, Laura, because you're the only one that has any of this stuff going on. Oh my God. You bless your little stupid bimbo heart.
She'll drive someone to drink. Double high risk pregnancy should be getting ultrasounds every 1 to 4 weeks easily. Yeah, Bruce. Definitely. Unquestionably. Yeah, my sister fell into that category more or less. After 2 C-sections, she decided no more kids. Not that it's my tale to tell, but that's what happened in my sister's case. It's like, we're done. Yeah, she was essentially told, it's not good for you to get pregnant again.
Yeah, I had a sibling that
caused some damage.
Yeah. I had a sibling that fell into that. Like, she got extraordinary. Like, she has 3 kids total, and the second one was a challenge, but overcomable, and the third one was just like, yeah, that's it. Nope, you're done.
And we're done. Yep. Yeah. It's
funny. Because a fourth one would have probably killed her.
Oh, yeah. You get to a certain point where it's just physically dangerous.
Yep.
And, if you're one of those crazy people, I'm not going to have the epidural. I want everything to be natural. It's like, you're okay. Well, if you like pain and suffering, by all means, who are we to judge? That disparity matters. If Arizona truly believes mistaken pregnancy assertions are felonious, then equal protection demands consistency. Equal protection of you, Laura. Either the theory applies to everyone or it applies to no one. No, that's no. God.
No. Yeah, if somebody else did all the fraud and bullshit that you did, they would 1,000% be going after them too. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
STFU.
Oh, yeah. If there's more waiting to happen, this will be the case that starts shaking them loose out of the trees.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Selective enforcement is not a footnote to due process. It is a violation of it. Another indicator, this is Laura Owens, who's been sky screaming since she lost Owens records that she hasn't had due process. All the hallmarks, every hallmark that this is all written by Laura's own little fingers. That just triggered a little thought in my brain. In one of these articles, there's a screenshot of the indictment, of the initial indictment, and it didn't have a case number and it didn't have the stamp of the court. And she makes the representation that someone fraudulently leaked it. And the screenshot, this is why I'm telling you this, it was in Safari, because it was the Safari 3-color browser. You know, you got the red, yellow, and green dots. And I went, oh, someone on an Apple device took this screenshot. I think that was Laura, because Laura has Apple products. Just another indicator. Just lots of indicators that this is all Laura. Every last bit of it. That's why I have the ticker at the bottom of the screen, folks. I believe this to be entirely the writings of Laura Michelle Owens, an indicted felon in Maricopa County, Arizona, until proven otherwise. Someone would have to prove to me this is not Laura for me to. That would take a lot of proving. I'm a suspicious bastard these days. You have to just I wrote it, not somebody else.
I may run these through the Zero GPT thing and see just how much of it is.
Chat GPT said, "I'm not sure." It was waffling.
It won't, but there's other tools out there. So I'll bother you for the link later. And yeah,
a violation of due process? Bruce questions. Tell that to arbitrary speeding ticket recipients. Great analogy, Bruce. Yeah. Arizona prosecutors.
I just,
go ahead.
For a hot second, a couple folks in the chat have been extraordinarily vulnerable, and I just want to call out to Caro and to Batty, huge empathy. I put it in chat, obviously, but I want to give it some airtime. Like, that's it's a shit time. It's a shit situation. I'm very, very sorry that happened. And I just sending the digital empathy your direction. Okay.
Oh, did I miss that? I might have missed that. I'm trying to do too many things at once here.
It's all good. That's why there's two of us.
I like that. Highlight for South Florida Thrifter. I think I did miss something. That's okay. You've touched on it. I don't want to embarrass anybody.
Yep.
Oh, well, hugs and loves to those of you who've been through difficult things with parenting and having kids. It wrecked our family when my sister lost, well, at least one. I think there might have been a second that I've forgotten, but the first miscarriage when she was like 2 or 3 months pregnant was a pretty big deal.
Yeah. My mom went through one. And then also a really, really good friend that I work with, that has become my friend outside of work. His wife had a miscarriage, and that was just it. I didn't know his wife very well at the time, but like through him, like I was trying to be as much as support as I could. And like, it's just, to see him as, the potential father wrecked, it was just like, that was pretty difficult. So I just, it's a rough
when
thing.
You want
and I just,
kids,
especially when you're like,
it's enormous loss.
Yeah. So
it shows. And if we go back into all the other writings of Laura Owens, not having that emotional awareness of that kind of loss is pretty evident that she has no clue.
Callous.
She has never been pregnant. Yeah. She doesn't even seem to want kids. They are a means to an end and nothing more. And that end was to get whatever man she wanted at the time.
Yeah.
And to either suckle off of him or force him to be dependent on her.
Yeah. It's just, this is the grift, right? Like, and a narcissist type personality.
Class A narcissist.
Just of like, it's all about me. It has nothing to do with anybody else. It is all about like, how much can I get out of this person? How much can I extract publicity or money or anything like that? And it is for those of us who have even witnessed like Echoes and I from the sidelines, let alone people who have actually gone through this shit as a spouse or even as an individual. It is. I can only imagine just how absolutely disgusting that it is
Yeah.
to even like try and process this shit of like, I just, how offensive, like on just a core human level. I mean, I know that I'm a salty bitch, but like, Jesus Christ, this is
Salty.
callous on a
Salty.
salty. It, it's this is not like this is some level
is
of
off the
cold
charts.
that is not okay, straight up not okay. Not yeah.
And as Carol very accurately said, Laura's willing to say she will abort for the relationship. That is insane. To use abortion as a bargaining chip and
Yeah,
leverage just to get the man you want to do what you want him to do, that is insane. That's pathological, in my opinion.
it's
But again, I don't
straight up, yeah.
practice in the psychiatric arts.
Yeah, just
But it is insane.
armchair shit going on, at least from this angle anyway. It's like, yeah, no, that's yeah.
The lack
Hello.
of awareness that Laura has is just
It's
extraordinary. It's
it's
a case study
gobsmacking.
into itself.
Yeah.
It's just wild. Oh, let's see a question. Dumb question. Can the prosecution use this against Laura if this is found to be absolutely? Abso-fucking-lutely. Anything she says or does can be used against her in a court of law. She was read those rights when she was charged and she was booked. And if she's stupid enough to say anything at all, which she obviously is, because this is clearly her work, clearly, if I had a little bit more patience and skill, I would take these writings and I would take the Medium article writings that we have. They're not gone, not permanently at least. They are very well archived. Melissa Jade has read through all of the old Medium blog articles. If I
Bless
had
her heart.
the ability, I would do side-by-side comparisons because some of these are almost word-for-word lifts. There might be a word here massaged. There might be an adjective changed over there. But some of these are matches, at least linguistically. They may not be, okay, obviously that paragraph is word for word and we just changed one or two words. Some of them, they're more topical matches than they are, direct word for word. But you can tell this is her writing. You can tell this is her voice, her syntax, her structure, all of those things. It's more than apparent to me. But again, I've been involved in this case for quite a while. Not as long as some people like Bruce and Megan and Dave and Tug and all the other Lauren, everybody on that outer periphery that I'm slowly coming up behind to join them. But Lauren did a live just before Christmas about this, and she was just laughing her head off. It's like anyone who knows anything about this case can clearly see this is Laura Owens, and this is just her hiding, but she's writing all the same bullshit as before. That was.
I mean,
Lauren's,
if we want to take a little
20 minute.
side, if we want to take a side quest on a not tonight, but like
No,
another
not
day,
tonight.
yeah, not tonight, but like I'm happy to leverage my paid version of ChatGPT to get the other models and have it rather than us suffering through all
To
that writing.
construct it.
I will. I'm
I'll send you
happy
some
to take
linkies.
PDFs or whatever and have ChatGPT do the side by side and barf out some kind of analysis. I have no qualms about burning down a rainforest to use ChatGPT to do this work for us and suffer because robots don't suffer, so it's fine. Anyway, I'm kidding about the rainforest thing. I just want to drive in them.
Well, they are fun.
They are.
Carol also says to another person in chat, my attorney husband said that if this was written by Laura, this will definitely be used against her in the case. No attorney will be able to stop or control Laura. She is fucked. She has no idea how
How many lawyers, law firms has she buried now? Like
more than a dozen. I think we're reaching a dozen and a half.
So we're a dozen plus a prosecutor, public defender.
Yeah,
Excuse me,
the bets
prosecutor,
are still out on how many public defenders she's going to go through before this is all over.
Oh, what's the over under?
I think she's going to go through at least 2.
Okay.
If it goes to trial, if she takes the easy way out, and there is a chance she could. I can't lie. I have to admit there is a percentage. I haven't decided what that percentage is. I think it's less than 30%, but it could end easily, but she's just so defiant. She's just, it's, you always want to leave that little bit of reserve for the wild card where she finally realizes she's screwed and there's no way out other than taking the plea deal.
Well, see, that's what I was saying in the beginning. Like, I feel like she's going to hit this wall. I know that you don't think that she's going to take a deal or plead, but I just, I
She would be
I
stupid
really
not
feel
to.
like she would, yes, she would be absolutely stupid not to do that. But at some point, she is going to realize through that stupid, ditzy, narcissistic brain that she is out of options. Like,
Yeah.
completely. Not
and I
just
think
12
that's
law
it.
firms or public defenders or dipshit Davids of the world, but that she's out of options. And that is the point in which she's going to try and save herself as much as she possibly can. That's what they do. That is
Yeah.
what they do.
Well, and with a first-time offender, it would be stupid not to take whatever deal they give you, rather than unless you are so delusional, unless you are so pathologically delusional, you cannot see that you are trapped, and they've got you under the box already.
And she may not. That's the weird wild card for
That's
me
where
in
I
here.
keep sitting, is that she doesn't realize how delusional she is. And that it's
I
not a
think
winning case for her. The case on its own merits with what we know, and we don't know everything that the prosecutors have. We don't have that, but we do know that it's some 6,000 pages and a pile of videos, right?
Yeah.
With all of that evidence, you cannot tell me that it's a losing case for the prosecution. And with our experience, those of us who've been paying attention and talking about this case for a while, everything that we've seen, other than some sort of weird judicial miscarriage, if I may use the term that she uses, where some sort of, I could only see it falling apart with some messed up jury.
It seems like it's the last resort. I mean, it's, yeah.
If it's a hung jury or some kind of mistrial, that's the only way I could see it falling apart. And there would have to be a lot of procedural missteps for that to happen, which I would bet Rachel Mitchell is not going to allow to happen. She is going to make sure every I is dotted and T crossed, and it's going to go through 13 other eyes and hands before things get filed just to make sure no one misses anything. Because they know. I guarantee you Rachel Mitchell knows that Laura Owens is a conniving, vexatious litigant bitch. And Laura's going to look for any escape route she can. So Rachel Mitchell is going to make sure all the homework gets done and done properly. And if anyone does not get their homework done properly in the prosecutor's office, they're going to be looking for a new job with this case. I think it's just that simple. Rachel Mitchell, after all of this, and yes, this has been a high-profile case because it's involved a high-profile person, that being Clayton Echard. Now, and Clayton had every right to bring his story and his view to the public. That's freedom of speech, folks. And if you don't like it, Laura, fuck you. That's the First Amendment. Tough shit. Laura wanted to try and keep things private, of course, because that gives her more leverage and it gives her more control.
Yeah, because then she controls.
Yeah. And when she lost that, she lost all of it. Yep. The wild animal was let loose. You can't put that back. And when all of the crimes for which we have perpetuated these schemes and artifices start coming out of the woodwork and we start uncovering, there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. Yeah. Take the plea deal and call it a day. And if you're lucky, and this would piss people off. So this is why our psychic girlfriend, Robin Richardson, says, well, it's not going to make people happy, but she's probably going to take a plea deal. That's what the energy says. I am naming Robin. I'm not making fun of Robin. Robin is a lovely lady, and she's just kind of a fascinating thing doing her psychic thing. And she reads the energies and looks at the various design of people and all that other stuff. It's a little over my head, but it's interesting to watch. It's just another viewpoint. It's just a unique one in my view. But Robin has looked into this and she says, don't be surprised if Laura takes a plea deal. Because that's really the only way she can have salvation. If she fights this, she loses even more, if not everything. And yes, I mean, even from a non-psychic point of view, that's absolutely true. She's going to lose a little bit in a plea. We don't know. That could be a little bit of jail time, maybe a lot of probation, maybe a lot of something else. We don't know what the structure of that plea is yet. It hasn't been released. It has not been filed. And I like I said earlier, I don't think it will be for a couple more weeks. It'll probably be close to the end of the month before we know.
I would imagine, just based on what we know and like just the armchair diagnosis of like the whole narcissist thing, like I Casey Jimmy in the chat just was posted about like things getting extended out.
Face. I'm stuck on Batty talking about being on Law Talk with Mike, which is great because I like Mike's awesome. Channel.
So like there's the note about like going out all the way to 2027. So it's like it's
oh golly,
delay. Like as long as possible, right? Because that just pushes this out inevitably to not face those consequences. And then that's like strategy one, strategy. And then it's like the next part is like not just to shove out, but as soon as you run out of those moments to push it further out, then it's like, well, you're backed into the corner. So you either need to face the jury or fess up and try and get as best of a deal. And I really hope the prosecution doesn't, that the state doesn't buy into that. Like at the end of all of this in 2027 or 28 or whenever, however long she's able to weasel her way around these times, that the prosecution isn't gullible enough to be like, oh, okay, we'll go ahead and do a plea. They'll be like, fuck you, bitch. We're going to fucking trial and we're going to like run you over the fucking train.
Yeah. It's just like eventually David Gingras' case will have to get resolved. This keeps getting continued and continued and continued and continued.
Yeah. I mean, all the shit that we just saw in like a couple of the last couple of like video clips that you and I went through on previous lives was more delays. Oh, the holidays are here. Oh, well, we need time for the attorney to get a permit. Just more delays. Oh my God. Just like that's the strat. That's part of the strategy of people who just, they're guilty. They fucking know it. And they're trying to like push it way the fuck out. And it's just like, oh my God.
Delay the inevitable.
Yeah.
We see that sovereign citizen cases that go to the courts, same thing. Yep. And they are always pro se because, they know they don't have a legal leg to stand on, but their beliefs that they can, it convolutes things. Carol also asked the question, does anyone think she might end up being pro bono or pro se? Yes. It's possible she could, Sarah Boone her way, though. It's going to depend on how well she gets along with her public defender and how many she may or may not go through. If Laura continues to double down and sticks to her narrative of, I'm not all of the things that we've read so far, and we haven't even finished this thing yet. If she sticks to all of that and she keeps telling her public defender, I want to fight this. And if there's client control issues, if they're saying, Laura, stay off the internet, stop talking about this, and she violates that and gets herself into more trouble, which is also possible, she could be going through public defenders, like we were saying earlier. She has a certain amount of control, but the court has all of the power. And at some point, the court's going to, if she does start cycling through public defenders because she's making demands of them that are either not legally ethical or any of those other things, then that's when we'll really know that Laura's going to just completely crash and burn. So it's all going to come down to what happens with the public defender and how the case gets carried forward and just where it goes from there. We haven't seen him do much yet. He's made an initial appearance. We covered that earlier. Yep. And it was a very quick hearing. He was given discovery, and he's probably going to spend the next several months just going through 6,000 pages of discovery plus. So we have to wait and see. Let's see. After reviewing the Maricopa pregnancy extortion case calendar, I can see this case going into 2027. Possible. I said back when they announced the original case, the original date, which was supposed to be January, I said, there's no way in hell. And that was, and after they announced the the additional 7 felonies for the total of 14 currently pending. I said, there's definitely no way in hell. It's going to be well into 2026. So I will pat myself on the back for calling that one. Some other people suspected that as well, but they were saying, well, I'll see everyone in January. I said, no, you won't. And the second she drops her public or not, her paid attorney, that being Colesrud Law, it's going to go out even further. So we'll see. We'll have to see. The next status conference isn't for a while. So that'll be where we... That's where we take the temperature and see how much steam this little engine has for this year, or if it is going to keep going. It's not a small case. I mean, 14 felonies is some of the initial projections. And I projected this one pretty accurately as well. I said it's going to be at least 2, probably a 3-week trial with this number of felonies and that amount of discovery.
I mean, if they're saying if there's 6,000 some odd pages of shit to go through, that's,
and that's if it goes to trial. And that's if it goes to trial. So again, she could fool all of us and take a plea deal. I really don't know. Kimbo says, my bet is she Sarah Boone's it to the end, and it would be all for our entertainment, and it would screw her. She could just punch her card and say, and I'm done.
I mean, maybe.
It would be a huge mistake. Carol, but she loves making terrible choices. Boy, she's that's one thing she's successful at, is making wrong choices.
Yep.
Let's see, I'd love to see her rep herself like Daryl Brooks and build forts in court. Oh, jurors have zero sympathy. Sometimes. It depends on the case. Having been a potential juror a number of times, there were some cases where it was pretty clear from the voir dire of the jury panel that they were looking at emotional people. So it just depends. It depends on the case. It depends on the attorneys doing all the trial management stuff and how they impanel a jury if it goes to trial. A lot of variables there. Let's see. She can't help herself. No, she cannot. Nope. Do you think she'll go to prison with Jodi Harris? I don't know who's in Arizona. I think, if I'm not mistaken, one of the other cases I still want to cover. We're not there yet. See, Laura Owens keeps getting in my way, as only she could. Jodi Hildebrandt and oh shoot, I just had it. Oh, it's gone. Those 2 Mormon women who got themselves child abuse charges and are facing time.
Oh, I should know this.
I've lost it. I got the one, and the other one disappeared before I could pull it all the way into my head. Oh, it's terrible.
Oh, we need to cover that one.
Ruby Frankie, there it is. I found it. Jodi Hildebrandt and Ruby Frankie. Jodi Hildebrandt was a Mormon therapist who was using her therapy license for improper purposes, so she lost her license. They were both charged with all kinds of horrific child abuse. Ruby Frankie was a Mormon influencer on the internets and was like hitting her kids publicly because they were misbehaving and not doing what Jesus would do. So she would smack, that kind of stuff. At least that's what I recall of the case.
Cute.
Yeah, delightful woman. And how that case came to light, I'll just digress further since we've stopped.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
She was locking her children up and tying them down in the basement, like some safety room. She would lock them up, throw away the key, not feed them for like days on end. She had locked away her son, and somehow, I'm not sure all the circumstances, he escaped. And he was so abused, he ran to a neighbor's house and got help. They called the police, and the shit hit the proverbial fan. So, I mean, it's an unreal case of Mormon people, and one being a therapist, who are engaged in severe, extreme child abuse. And so that's one I want to cover at some point because of the Mormon connection.
Is it a like Salt Lake version of Mormonism, or is it like FLDS stuff?
No, Salt Lake.
Salt Lake. Okay.
Jodi Hildebrandt was getting referrals from bishops and stake presidents for curing porn addiction and other sexual maladies.
Oh, God bless it all. Anyway.
Yeah. See, I thought you'd like that piece. Yeah. So there's a lot.
We need to cover that.
I know.
Yes.
I just have no time to catch that one too, do I? Oh, poor Laura
There's a
Owens.
never-ending pile of dipshittery to analyze on, on these streams.
Sarah Boone went through 7 attorneys. 5 of them were court appointed. Yeah, that's quite a few. Laura Owens has a lot to catch up before she gets there. Ruby Frankie. Yes, see, if I could just stay up on the chat, I would just... Thank you, chat. Thank you.
Chat is awesome.
I'm waiting for the wife who fended her husband and wrote a children's book about how to deal with grief. Forgot her name. I don't know that one. Let's see. I love it when you guys talk about your LDS days. We can't help it. It's trauma. It's trauma bonding.
We trauma bonded many moons ago. And yeah, that's...
And she used to be a therapist recommended by courts too. Holy shit. Okay, I may not have known that piece. Yeah, there's lots to cover with that one.
If that's true, that's fucked.
That's more juicy than Jennifer Camp and John DeLynn. That's more juicy.
Oh,
all right.
Okay. Can I go on? Can I take you on a tangent real quick?
Oh, go ahead. Before I read more.
Yeah, I know. We need to finish this. Apparently, the corporation known as the Mormon Church,
Mormons Inc.
Speaking of John DeLynn, they are starting to go after him.
I know.
For copyright for his podcast Mormon Stories, even though they have disavowed the word Mormon. They are now trying to get him to change that.
He did
to something different.
Changed it.
He acquiesced. What?
Well, partly. They were at him for the artwork that was too identical to their logo and branding. So he made some color changes. They made some design changes. He hasn't quite changed Mormon Stories.
Okay.
I think he would fight them on that one, but I don't know.
I hope so.
But he has.
I knew he was using the same kind of blue tint hue
I know
thing
there was
in
sort
the
of a bathtubby thing with light rays. It's like,
yeah,
that's like saying you stolen my Coke red color.
Fuck off.
Yeah, they are. They're trying to trademark the word Mormon though, even though they don't want to use it. You know, it's the usual stuff. It's just like Laura Owens. We have to own all these things so we can control what people can and can't say about it.
Yeah, I heard about that on another podcast I listened to, and I was just like, oh my God, I can't even fucking handle it.
So then when senior leadership family gets indicted with federal crimes for child sex abuse, that we have some padding and we can manipulate the media system to hide it.
Huh. Funny that.
Anyway. They don't have Bonneview Communications for nothing.
Yes, an intellectual reserve
for-profit arm.
Yeah.
And they're in bed with Disney and ABC and everybody else.
Oh my God.
But especially Disney.
Yeah, well.
Talking about conspiracy theories.
Yeah, please continue with your article.
Let's finish this. Let's finish. Oh, golly, shitballs. Where did I even stop?
Oh, this Arizona prosecutors.
Okay. I was in the right place. Very good. Arizona prosecutors act like this case is narrow, tailored, fact-specific. Well, the charging documents were very specific. But precedent does
They usually are,
narrow.
but okay.
Yeah, I know. She's a stupid bitch. And I will bet you dollars to donuts. If we were to see what these read, how these writings read before they got washed through things like ChatGPT, I'll bet she reads a little more unintelligent, shall we say. I'm not saying that just to be a man and be misogynistic. I firmly believe that Laura Owens is not nearly as intelligent as she tries to portray in her very washed, curated writings and her attempt to be a polished presentation.
You're not. This isn't some sort of toxic masculinity thing from you you said earlier in the stream about how there are so many female people covering this.
Enormous. And
it's
there's
incredible.
A good cast of lesbians, and there's some great other ladies. Some of them are medium smart journalists. Some of them are lawyers. And there have been some lawyers talking about this case.
This has nothing to do with misogyny. If it was strictly misogyny, that would then none of that would be happening. And yet here we are with a fleet of people. Yeah. Anyway,
a fleet of all walks of life.
Yes.
And that's sort of the incredible thing about all the people watching this story and listening and being part of like this channel and chat. Thank you. Thank you for your likes and subscribes and all those other good things and all your comments. We do believe in feeding the algorithms here. So there's my little plug for this hour. Hour number almost 3.
Per usual with us.
Per
That's
usual.
fine. Yes.
Hey, I was proud of myself for surviving nearly 3 hours yesterday. Even though I didn't quite make it. That was
you did good. I have not watched that.
I did stumble over lots of words. It was hard.
I would have been suffering along with you had I actually been home.
The brain was just not with me last night. It was just I was just kind of just trying to get through it after about the first 2 hours. Like
that might have been entertaining for me.
Why
anyway,
is this taking so long? It's my torture. See, it becomes a tool. Oh, let's see. Oh, we're talking about tools. Laura might just need a couple power tools of her own that only she uses. Tool. I mean, ladies like the tools. That's okay. No, you did not, South Florida Thrifter. How did you? Oh, bless you. Bless you. Even if you're just running it in the background to elevate watch hours, bless you. You know, when we do a live, I don't listen to it. Usually, I might check in on a couple of things, but I don't. Like with my videos, I would listen to the entirety of the videos. I would pre-record and edit and all that stuff. But I don't do that with these. I don't know why. I haven't figured it out.
Yeah, just send it out to the universe. Hey,
Ducky's
Ducky!
In the chat. Nice to see you, Ducky.
What's going on, Ducky?
We're all getting caught up. Everyone's starting to come back from holiday, and now we're all getting caught up.
Yeah.
I'm determined to be first to get through all of these. Lauren hasn't quite covered all these yet. Yep. I'm up by a couple, at least as I think Lauren's the only one talking about it right now.
Okay, well, keep going. It
becomes a tool.
Yeah,
and we're not talking about a pocket vibrator, but I think that would help her a lot. And once a new tool exists, once a state has succeeded in criminalizing mistaken or contested pregnancy claims. I can't. Other prosecutors can and will adapt the strategy. It's not a mistaken pregnancy. You either are or you aren't. Well, I thought I was pregnant for 6 months. I was like 24 weeks pregnant, but I guess I made a mistake. Jesus. It's not difficult to... Oh, yeah. It is not difficult to imagine how quickly it could spread, particularly in jurisdictions already experimenting with punitive approaches to miscarriage and stillbirth.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
The deeper problem is cultural. Criminal law is a blunt instrument designed for certainty, deployed here into an arena, a horse arena defined by uncertainty. That mismatch threatens not only reproductive autonomy, but access to justice itself. If you prosecute me, Laura Owens, all the other women in the world won't get justice. God, what a martyr. What a fake Christ. Martyr.
Fake. Yeah, totally fake. Oh. Timu martyr right here.
Timu Laura Owens.
Fuck. That needs to be somebody else's handle. If fake Laura Owens is still around, I would suggest, like, if you ever need to do if you ever need an identity change, just switch it from fake to Timu Laura Owens. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Have I seen that already? I remember when fake Laura Owens was not fake Laura Owens. It was just Laura Owens, and then there was a name change already. They were smart. That was very smart because I knew what would happen. Well, they knew what would happen, not I. Well, I had an idea what would happen if they were to, someone would try and come after them and claim impersonation, just like David Jingles did with Lauren Knighty. Lauren Knighty, who was like wearing a wig, had made a picture of David on Laura's body, and David Jingles was claiming that it was a credible impersonation of him, and she's going to get sued.
Oh, piss off, David, you stupid ass. Dumbass. Anyway.
Oh, here we go. If filing a paternity petition, a process the law explicitly encourages. Does the law encourage that?
The law doesn't encourage shit.
I don't think that's an accurate statement. You have access to courts. That's your right to have access to the courts, especially if you can pay for it. But I'm not sure it's encouraged.
Everybody has...
Law doesn't
everybody
encourage.
has access.
It doesn't say, if you're pregnant,
Public defenders... Well, the public defenders are they are there to afford everyone access to the criminal system with competent legal representation. That's all that is. It's you get access to it.
Oh, thank you, Caro. High praise indeed. We're just ourselves. We can't help it. We're authentic here. That's why I think we're one of the better ones, because we're. It's not manufactured. Not that I'm saying any of the other ones aren't better, because Laura Knighty is hysterical. I can't not watch her and just lose myself.
I'm just me. Echoes
Especially
invites
when
me
Bruce
on
is
because
the
I'm just me.
scapegoat.
Yeah,
Especially when Bruce is on.
right. Yes. Yeah.
And Lauren's sitting there in the bathroom texting in chat while Bruce is running the show, and he's like, "What the hell is going on here?" And then we all make jokes at Lauren. Make sure to wash your hands really well, Lauren, before you go back upstairs on your computer. She's a sweetie. She just cracks me up. I wish I had been that funny and sort of with it in my early 30s. So good for Lauren. She's
Good on her.
She's doing well. She's doing well. I know she's thinking about a career change, but I hope she doesn't career too far. Because anyhow, I like her perspective. Where was I? If filing a paternity petition, a process the law explicitly encourages, can be repurposed as evidence of criminal intent, many women will simply stop using the courts. Assumes facts not in evidence. Objection. They will avoid seeking legal protection while pregnant, fearing that any inconsistency or any early loss could make them targets. Show of hands, ladies in the chat, if you feel like you will be a target if Laura Owens gets prosecuted. If you feel like you couldn't use the courts if Laura Owens gets prosecuted. I don't think there's going to be any hands. Do you?
No.
I'm not trying to take anything away from you, chat. By all means, raise your hand if you feel so inclined. Laura will thank you.
Yeah, but fake pregnancy? Now, that might discourage you from doing some dumb shit. But yeah, no.
This is the strangest rationalization for fake pregnancy protections, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's just the strangest stuff.
I just don't get it. But okay, whatever.
Laura Owens goes on to say, they will remain silent through early pregnancy rather than take the risk. Well, it didn't shut her up. The system will not protect them. It will teach them caution through fear. Oh, we've got a fear grift going on. How very conservative
religious.
of her.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how religious she really was. She went to Catholic high school.
That's a page out of religiosity, folks, of like lead by fear.
Well, this is Christian grievance stuff right here. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, if we just talk about social issues, which I really don't want to get into right now, because we'll be on for another 3 hours, and then we'll have to talk about that.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
We're seeing that right now. We're seeing lots of people make the talk circuit, pushing on white Christian nationalistic grievance grifting. I could name some names. I won't. You probably know who they are. Erica Kirk. Okay, let me carry on.
Yeah, it was total. I didn't even pick up. I didn't pick up on any of that. But yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay. Yeah.
Then it won't get me into any trouble.
No, not at all.
I mean, come on. Okay, we'll digress. I can't help it now. By all means, grieve for your husband. But most people don't grieve on cameras, and they don't interview people like Candace Owens and call that grieving for their husband, and try and get people like Candace Owens to agree with them. After teaching them talking points. Okay, sorry. I was watching another podcast over the weekend, and they were talking about Candace Owens, and they were talking about rapper shitballs. I don't listen to rap.
P. Diddy.
No, female.
Oh,
that was on the Fruity podcast, so never mind. I'm not going to bring up the Fruity podcast. He might sue me. Although, maybe if I tell him, well, I can help you with your nails, maybe he wouldn't sue me. Next paragraph. Even for those who accept every allegation against Owens, which I do, the uncomfortable truth remains. I doubt it. A legal theory. Boy, we're talking about legal theories. Again, assuming facts not in evidence. Objection. That requires singular enforcement to function is not law. It is discretion untethered from principle. Again, objection calls for legal conclusion. Once discretion replaces rules in matters of reproduction rights. And once discretion replaces rules in matters of reproduction, rights erode quickly. I'm not seeing that one. No, unless we're going to talk about what SCOTUS did with abortion rights. But that's a different subject.
That was a much different subject, and also a much longer play from a much more powerful entity
than Laura Owens.
Yeah.
See, she lost an opportunity here, not pointing to that.
Yeah. Well,
let's test that. Let's see if another article ends up talking about abortion rights and trying to frame it around Laura Owens' blunderings as a vexatious litigant who faked pregnancies and is charged with 14 felonies as a result. Let's see if she can marry those two thoughts together with some AI help. There you go, Laura. I'm not charging for that one.
You give her way too much credit to be able to marry two thoughts together. Just full stop.
She's trying, but it's not just her doing it. She's getting help. Yeah. I thought Candace was being crazy, but then EK sure doth protest too much in reaction, so it's all strange. Yeah, it was. I watched. It was weird. No, I wasn't thinking Blake Lively. Oh, I don't know. Maybe that's another thread. Okay. Don't get too caught up in chat. Oh, I thought maybe she just wanted Candace to stop her latest tirade, but I don't know. There was sure a lot of amen for the stupidest stuff that Candace was saying. Oh, it was Nicki Minaj. That's who I was thinking of. They were talking about Nicki Minaj going off the deep end. I never listened to her, so... doesn't matter to me.
Yeah,
Mr. Fruity brought on some other people to talk about Nicki Minaj because that would be dangerous for a white Jewish guy to talk about these days. Smart, he's very smart. God, I wish I was that smart in my 20s. Christ, I was certainly not that politically aware. Laura may have used AI to help write this. You think?
Kara, I'm going to figure that out. Like that's part of one of the things I might do is I will not right now, but I will do it as a side project when Echo sends me some links.
Yeah, I got to send you stuff.
Then I will go through.
That will be a future episode, folks. So stick around for that. We don't know when. We'll have to decide that.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out.
He's got some homework to do, but we'll make that a future episode. That's great. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
I've never watched him. Guess I'm tuning in. Okay. Let's see. Where did we go? Oh, yes. For constitutional scholars. Oh, shit.
Now we're not a constitutional scholar, but okay.
Not David Gingras. This case raises profound due process concerns. Although this, I'm feeling some David DNA in this all of a sudden. Yuck. For reproductive rights lawyers, is there such a thing? Oh, golly.
Maybe.
Oh, golly. I might have to research that later. I don't know. I've never heard of I practice in reproductive rights law. I've never heard of that.
Can't say.
I can't form an opinion currently with that one. It signals a tectonic shift toward treating pregnancy as a condition requiring surveillance and sanction. That's a weird parallel. For the ACLU, okay, we can't have this without the ACLU. For the ACLU and similar organizations, it presents the kind of structural threat that demands intervention, not because of who the defendant is. Oh, well, that's not.
Of course not. No, of course not.
Would she be saying this if it were anyone else? No, she would not. It's only because it's her. But because of what the precedent would allow. No, that's not true. If a state can criminalize a pregnancy that never materialized, or never existed, shall we say, there's a difference between having a baby and losing it legitimately, and just not having one to begin with, but faking that we had one, and then faking that it miscarried, and then faking that we had... You're going to say?
Ding, 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 ding. That's right.
Oh, I need some ding bells. We need some ding
You
dings.
do. Yes.
God, I need to figure out why my Stream Deck is just not cooperating so I can add more stuff. If a state can criminalize a pregnancy that never materialized or one that ended too soon, one that cannot be documented to the prosecutor's satisfaction, then the old assumptions that that miscarriage is not a crime, that mistaken belief is not a felony, that family law filings are not gateways to prison begin to collapse. Oh, boo-hoo, boo-hoo.
Okay, yeah, no.
one
All
that ended
just
too soon.
that's a paragraph full of nope.
That's the other sort of enraging thing, especially for women who've had children and so on. What we covered earlier.
Yeah.
When Laura Owens claimed to have been so far along and then claimed miscarriage,
Yeah.
of course,
No.
the state law would be that if that were true, there would have to be fetal death certificates, if I can enunciate properly. Were there? No. And then what happened was, well, all of a sudden we started, retroactively trying to date a miscarriage. Well, it could have been July. Well, it could have been October. Well, it could have been this. Could have been that.
Right.
We just, just don't know. She's just no longer pregnant.
And the tests are still underway.
The RavGen genetic testing of the non-existent twins is still ongoing.
Yeah, stroke me harder.
Meanwhile, a few hours later.
Right, yeah, exactly.
And once those assumptions collapse, the policing of pregnancy becomes not an outlier, but a template, not just in Arizona, but everywhere. All of this policing of fake pregnancy will come to an end because they're out to get you.
The level of stupid in all of this is just gobsmacking.
That's the conclusion of that.
I can't. Oh my God. I know that with the overturn of Roe v. Wade, there was a lot of states that are trying to criminalize natural biological things that occur, or of course, women's right to choose to do what they want, or need to with their bodies. This takes us to a whole new level of absolute absurdity. It's so. As a person without a uterus, I am just amazingly bothered by this whole diatribe that she just did. I'm glad I didn't read this one because I would have just lost my shit.
I know. Well, you picked a good one, and I had a pretty good feeling you were going to pick that one anyhow.
Yeah.
So it's all fair.
But this is all God, I can't even Everybody with a uterus should be offended by the shit that she's just putting out right now. I mean,
I would bet they are. Not that I'm speaking for women.
Same. Absolutely not. I'm not either. But this just is on a whole new level.
Having heard a number of women who are content creators talk about this case, most of them are not only insulted and offended, but they're downright pissed. And
unreal.
If there were to be anybody who shows up with pitchforks and tar and feathers and tiki torches, I think it would be the ladies of the United States. Well, maybe not just the U.S. I won't exclude you, worldwide viewers. You'll probably show up with your knives and pitchforks too. I mean,
if you need a few purchased, just let me know, and I'll gladly.
The metaphoric tar and feathering of Laura Owens would not be by men. I don't think it would be by the ladies.
This is absolute. I can't. I don't know. Like I said earlier, almost my brain is just blue screen of death. That I can't. I can't. Exception thrown. I fucking can't.
I like Batty. Batty says, "Hey, Chili DeCastro, constitutional legal scholar, has entered the blog. Yes, I learned about Chili long ago, following Team Skeptic. Yes, I'll just share with you everything I follow. I follow Team Skeptic too. He's hysterical. He likes following all these dumb idiots and all those. It's fun. His stuff is getting kind of long now. He's doing some longer stuff. It's 30, 50 minutes. Holy shit. He's not talking quite as much. I'm not quite sure his content has shifted a little bit, but I still enjoy it. I like it when he chimes in and calls them, crayon munching buttheads or whatever the latest insult is that he comes up with. And, he's always wearing some kind of, funny shirt with some kind of cartoon snarky statement on it. So he's just a funny guy. Let's see. Trish Jax's mom. That comment about discouraging other women from coming forward about SA sounds like Amber Heard in her case. Yeah. I don't, I'll admit, I don't know much about the Amber Heard, Johnny Depp stuff. I know Tug covered it. I just don't have the time or the bandwidth to get caught up on everything everyone's done, including things like that, which were big. I know it was big. I remember hearing about it at the time, but I wasn't there following it. I just couldn't at the time.
I wasn't following it particularly closely either. It's just it involved celebs, and so it hit
Ooh,
headlines.
and I love the
that's about
dig.
all
It didn't
did.
happen then, and it won't happen now with this lesser-known wannabe. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, yeah,
See,
1000%.
Danny. Oh, Laura has yet to actually have consequences for her actions. This is to you. So no matter how
Yes.
bad it looks for her, she will continue until she's actually stopped.
Yep.
That's
Thir-
where I
I
reside.
thoroughly 1000%. That is absolutely correct.
Yeah.
She needs to face some consequences to, like,
Chile,
yeah.
no, don't put yourself through that. He's a cross between a Sovset and a First Amendment auditor. He's a weird. That man's got some issues. And I liked watching him get his. Where was he? Was he in Boston? And he was getting in people's faces, and the cops were after him, and he just turned into a wet noodle when he got arrested. It was hysterical.
Brilliant.
He turns into the biggest crybaby once he gets arrested, but he's Mr. Tough Guy. And Chili and Team Skeptic have some beef with each other, and Skeptic is whenever anything happens with him, a Skeptic will rake him over the coals, and it's delicious. It's delicious. Ronnie G says, I don't think MCAO is worried about the ACLU or constitutional scholars, as this case is about fraud, schemes, perjury, and not pregnancy. And there's not constitutional issues in this case that I can see. But Laura Owens is going to claim, my rights are being violated.
Yeah, that's
She's
the
like
path to get up
away.
to the. Yeah,
She is 2 steps away from being a sovereign citizen. She really is. I don't know why
I'm actually kind of surprised she hasn't. Yeah, I don't. I same. I like that the video of the cop showing up to the casita. Like, I'm surprised that she didn't try and pull some shit there.
Oh, Danny. Danny says, my family's going through the heartbreak of miscarriage the same week. Laura claims she didn't even notice. I almost couldn't follow the case for a bit with so much salt in the wound.
That's
goddamn. Much love for you, Danny, there. My God.
Yep.
And I think I've heard other women say the same thing when that was happening at the same time. And I want to say a lot of it was covered by Megan Fox on her channel, and a lot of, because she's got a lot of women followers too. I mean, most of the people following this, I think my demographic right now is 80% women, which is kind of interesting to me. But there were a lot of ladies sharing their stories in chat when all of that came down, and Megan was covering it, and it was kind of like a group therapy moment there. And it was hard for me to watch some of the comments. It's like, yikes!
Wow.
This is heartbreaking, and this stupid bitch is trying to co-opt all of that for her own evil and criminal purposes.
Yeah, it's not okay. It's again offensive on a level that even a person without a uterus is just like, I can't, like, oh my God, wow. Yeah,
my uterus is effing furious.
Yes.
Bring that rage to the chat. Bring that outrage to the chat. Please do.
It. Fuck, yeah.
When I read all this garbage, I wanted to chuck my coffee at the screen. I actually want to oh, it's disgusting.
So, Kara, just...
What's your profanity? Hey, there's a segue. Profanity rants. Listen. Everyone get out your decoder books. Okay, I'm going to do this blindfolded again like I did last night. And I'm just going to kind of thumb through these. I'm just going to flip one. Let's pick this one. Okay, that one didn't quite work so well. All right, that one's down. And then I'll flip this a little bit. I can't shuffle these, which is my only chagrin with this. And there we go.
That is...
Oh.
Yeah.
Some of them are good. This one's so-so. Today, we have... Oh, if I can get it in camera.
Oh.
In frame. Fart Dumpster.
Okay.
Brought to you by the Creative Cursing booklet. Who publishes this thing? Royal Panaris Running Press. I think this was Amazon, was it not? Is that true?
Yeah,
was
but
this Amazon?
Yes. Yeah, of course. Everything. The world is purchased through that fucking
If you ever
terrible.
need help with your cursing, if you need creative cursing help, this may help you. It's like a thesaurus or a dictionary.
I look, I keep this at my work desk because there's occasions where I need to pull it out in a work context.
I'm not going to ask.
I'm just best to leave it there. But my pull here is Sack Gobbler.
That was better than mine.
Yeah, and 1,000%. This people who take advantage of these situations and pregnancies and tragic situations, they this is lightweight in comparison to what I actually think about them. It is,
It
yeah,
needs to
and
be another 5 words longer to elevate to
yeah,
the level needed for people like Laura Owens. It's not enough.
it's like all of it. Like, okay, any of these, like, yeah, okay, yeah, all right, that one counts. Oh, yep, that one counts. Okay, yeah, okay, ho juice, yeah.
If you ever need help. Baddie's happy for
But
you to be the proxy. So just so you know, you probably saw that in chat already.
thank you,
Okay,
Patty.
in time for Jeep
I'm
Daddy to rant on our behalf. Happy to have you both. Well, here this we could talk about that. I'm going to be philosophical for a moment.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
My self-righteous complex will not allow me to be anything else. Because, the thing I can't stand more than anything else is being on the wrong side of something. So in my self-righteousness, I made damn sure that I was on the right side before talking about this story, which is why I waited till after the trial. And I was a little bit worried because I didn't have any legal representation. And that was when Laura Owens was super vexatious for absolutely everybody that popped up on YouTube talking about this. She went after all the threats of lawsuits and defamation, all just a bunch of bullshit. That even though you probably would have been safe in the court, you still would have had to front the cost to lawyer up, deal with her, and shut her down. And that can run into $10,000-12,000 really fast. Because she starts filing motions, and then it turns into motion practice, and that runs up the tab. So that's kind of my frustration with the legal system is that, there's an entry fee. And if you want to try and see something to the end, that entry fee can get really big.
Yeah, and no shade on public defenders for doing the Lord's work, right? Like,
But you won't have a
they
PD in civil cases.
correct. So like that it yeah it the cost to entry, just like, I mean, I could get on an easy rant about healthcare in the U.S. and the cost to enter that game too. Like, yeah, yay capitalism. Yeah,
Maybe.
grumble, grumble, grumble.
Jennifer C. says, this case isn't about a pregnancy, it's about the fraud. That's absolutely right. She could have filed a noise complaint, gone public with her accusations. Clayton's team proved in court that there was no noise, and she lied. Yes, that's a great, that's a wonderful distillation.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't like all the extra legalese. It's like ginger nuts. They keep pushing a side issue and ignoring the real case. Yeah. Just like when Dingus the dipshit.
The fucking douche canoe.
Wrong one. When he tried to enter the Maricini case in San Francisco, and Omar and Rachel, I'll say Omar and Rachel, even though it was, as Rachel says, it was mostly Omar. They had to move quickly to preemptively disqualify him just so he couldn't, make a bigger mess of it than he did. Because David started filing a bunch of stuff and blah, 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 and responses, and that starts running up the tab even more. So it's just, it's a circle jerk in the weirdest way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Kimbo, the miracle of modern medicine, getting preggers from a BJ. I know there should be more memes about that. And maybe I missed them in the Discord. I haven't joined the Discord yet.
Hey, maybe you can maybe you can task some Chat GPT or Copilot to
I need a bot to hang
generate
out in the Discord.
Just make some of that. So yeah, I love all the empathy and the love and everything going on in the chat. That's awesome.
That's lovely.
Yeah, and like
call out through a bunch.
Yeah, and Ikembo about the stolen valor thing. Like, I think that's probably the core of why, like, I'm personally pissed beyond just like the issue of like disrespecting everyone who's gone through the enormous pile of shit that is a miscarriage or any sort of like it also is the same thing about like this nonsense that they talk about with like vaccines and autism and like neurospicy conditions. As somebody who is neurospicy, it's like, the stolen valor part of that. It's like, no, you don't belong in this conversation because you have no grounds to speak. And then to disparage the way in which that LO has disparaged people who like have had real struggles,
numerous people,
right, with broad swaths of like thinking that she's smart with these like commentaries and stuff. It's just like, how dare you? How fucking dare you? Another Jape Daddy rant. God damn it.
And she didn't stop at weaponizing pregnancy and loss. She co-opted.
No.
She engaged in racism, co-opting the
Yes.
identity of a who turns out to be a trans black journalism student who's no longer at the university. This is talking about one of the field trips I want us to do down to the South End to dig more into that story and into that location. Somewhere I've got it in my pile of stuff. I've got the article about Chase J. Jones, who turns out to be trans as well. So, I mean, Laura's just she's co-opted everything. She's stolen everywhere she possibly could for identities.
It's unbelievable.
And causes to steal from.
Yeah. It's repugnant on levels that's hard to describe.
I can't come up with all the big words I just don't have it. I don't know why. Usually
well, because it's so much.
Because it's
right?
it's so extensive. Yeah.
You think about all the big words you want to use and then it's, or any words, and you're just like, it's just overwhelming.
Let's add to this pile, Danny. Don't forget disability. She's also claiming in all of these writings on her new website, she's a disabled woman who has autism and all these things. She hasn't gone into all of the what's the word? The eating disorders yet. That may be coming. We don't know. We don't know if she's going to keep producing this shit or not. It's not in her interest to do so because it harms her case and it's going to harm her in the end. But who am I to tell her to stop? It's like what was happening with the Medium blogs. Every time she saw someone talk about something, she was fiercely typing away, and the next morning there would be a Medium article from Laura Owens ranting about something that pissed her off. Yeah. It was like clockwork. We'll see. Yeah. I don't know if this will have that kind of activity or not. And again, it does not help her case. These sorts of...
she thinks it does, but it definitely does not.
Well, the narcissism is taken over.
Yes.
Just like screaming at mom and dad is going to make all the problems go away. These people are horrible. They're
you would hate me.
God,
I just haven't done it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, how many times do we need to say all the things?
Apparently a lot.
Apparently a lot. Until we're just so tired, we're just going to hit the stop button and that's it.
You have the stop button. I do not. So as long as this thing is going, I will absolutely sit here and rant away.
See, I'm going to have to figure out, because I've got to figure out how you can also use the studio and share stuff. Megan and Tug do that, but I don't know how they do it. I don't know if
I have a present
they
button
just share
down
login
there.
stuff or what. You've
I
got
don't
know.
what? I got a present button. But there's also add me to the thing. I don't know. We'll talk about that offline because I think there's a way in which you can add me into the.
Yeah, I think there's a way you can have a team.
Because you actually pay for this shit.
I do. I do. So, and I'm not even to quote Laura Owens, I'm not even a fucking monetized YouTube channel yet. And I'm paying for this stuff. And all of the stuff I've produced, the songs and some of the video stuff, I've paid for all that stuff too. Yeah. I think I told somebody I dropped about $3,000 into this venture already. And nifty pieces of technology like the Rodecaster Pro 2, which just lights up so pretty. When I want to do something, I don't go half-ass. When I want to do something...
Have blinky lights, it's fine. I won't judge you for that.
And you can assign the colors. And see, they know how to get me. But I will say, this interface sounds a lot better than the Focusrite thing that I've got sitting here. It's kind of become an archive, this poor thing. Mm-hmm. And anytime there was a problem, the updates for Focusrite were just horrific. And it would
just get monetized and then you can buy my microphone because I'm tired of hearing you bitch about my AirPods.
Well, it could be worse. I mean, you could sound like Lynette Preston on her phone, which sounds like, it's floating in the bottom of an aquarium.
Yeah.
Or some of those other clowns in the anti-Hales media ecosystem or whatever the fuck they call themselves. But I digress yet again. I do have a mic. What?
Batty, don't
What?
tempt me. I have wrenches out in the garage. I will fucking bring them. And
Thank you, Batty, for reminding me. I need to find something you have actually typed so I can do that. I've been meaning to do that for a while. It's just like I was trying to catch Lauren when she popped in one day, and there you are. Add. Oh no, I want you to do that because some balance here. There we go. Okay, he should know. Type something.
What do you?
I've made you a mod.
What?
I've made you a mod. See if I've done it right. See, I have to pop into another window and I have to be in the studio. And
is that what that little precious little wrench means?
Yeah, and you turn blue. Isn't that great? You turn into a little your Smurf name, and
I'm special now.
Yeah. Why does it have a question mark?
I feel validated suddenly.
Yeah. You do have a pretty nice tool chest, though.
I went a little nuts and
sometimes you get carried away, just like I do with my adventures.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll own up. I will own up to buying at Harbor Freight because I'm a cheap bitch. But
it's true. I've been there with him, and he makes certain he gets his free swag when they have it.
Goddamn right.
Do I get 1 or 2 items of free stuff? Can I have the blanket and the what was the other thing? There were like 3 things that one day.
Blanket and shop towels, I think.
Yeah, something like that. It was
But anyway, yeah, I am cheap. However,
enthalpy. Retail therapy.
Look,
for a Jeep
don't
owner.
joke because my budget is suffering because of all of this. But I am thoroughly pleased with my impulse purchases over the holiday season and capitalizing on the sales. But yes, I won't completely buy on the cheap, so I got Harbor Freights. I usually opt for the medium grade at Harbor Freight, which is the Quinn. So it's not quite Pittsburgh, which Pittsburgh has a lifetime warranty. So those who have Pittsburgh things, don't worry about it. You can, if it breaks, you can bring it back. It's fine. I went a little more bougie and I bought Quinn for my primary toolkit at the house and some other impact rated tools that I can wrench on my Jeep if needed and my truck if needed. Yes, this queer owns a couple diesel tools. It's and toys. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Thirsty bitch in the Jeep.
Yeah, and you like riding in both, so whatever.
I like the Jeep a little better. The truck made me nervous because it's so much higher. But
that's because you're so short.
I sat in the back. I didn't get to sit.
That's true. You sat that particular time you did sit in the back. That's just because you're short.
Yeah,
and I need to
in front.
I need to bring a ladder the next time that Echoes rides with me in the truck because apparently his legs are short.
Shh. Be quiet. Danny, I agree with you. It is special. And when Lauren made me a mod, it was fun. I'm not a good mod either. Lauren's got so many, it doesn't matter. Just about anybody who has a channel, Lauren will probably make a mod. There's some she hasn't that actually I was sort of surprised about. But anyhow, yeah, it's, and Lauren was funny because I was stupid one day and said, hey, why am I not on the channel to talk about this? And she sent me a link like in 5 minutes. And then I was on. I'm like, oh, gosh, I've just taken a dive off the high board from the deep end. I did okay, though. We did fine. But it's like, oh, I don't know how the StreamYard things were. That was my crash course in StreamYard, was being on Lauren's channel several months ago.
I see.
It's like, whoa, okay, I can handle this. I can handle this. So, that's when I started to take the plunge. And now we're live. And it makes life so much easier because if this were recorded, number one, we wouldn't have fun chat. Number two, it would take me probably about 9 hours to edit 3 hours of video.
Yeah.
That's just like my ratio. It's
just
crazy.
It does take a while. I've heard other creators talk about that as well.
So it makes sense. I get it. I knew that
much
then.
Time. Yeah. Yeah.
But then you just have to deal with my stumbling and stuttering and any other stupid things that when our mouths and brains fail to connect properly, especially when reading documents where the letters are like the size of my head on the screen so it shows up on stream. You just get used to certain things. I could probably sit halfway across the room and still read it. It's just crazy. Jeezy Bernberg says, there are so many lies, there's something for all to relate and be outraged by. Boy, that's true.
Yeah.
There has not been a swath of humanity that Laura Owens has not thrown darts at. As a teenager, I had an ovary removed as an emergency. Ooh, oh my. So her claiming to have had an ice pack for treatment is my trigger. Oh, yes. Do you know about this?
Wow. No.
Some of the stuff that's come out in the Gillespie case when she was, I've had, I think it might have been with the cancer surgery stuff. Oh, they did it through my uterus. They don't do that through there. They went through my vagina and took out the cancer, or took out it was the oophorectomy, I think it was.
Lord.
And I could just hear every woman in the chat just screaming back at their screen. I could just hear it because even I knew it's like, Laura, you are so stupid. You are so stupid. You're making stuff up. You're making...
Wow.
It's like that song from Book of Mormon musical. You're making things up again, Arnold. Laura. See, I've another parody song I could write.
Oh, yeah.
So many things to write, so little time.
Well,
if he's a Jeep owner,
and that's beyond
that's...
Hey.
You're not wrong. We could talk about
You're not
someone
wrong,
cracking
but also
their fuel filter housing already.
Hey.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry, was I not supposed to tell that?
And I've prevented that from happening in the future. Thank you very much. But yeah, that was a $3,000 mistake.
Have you welded something steel in front of it?
I didn't, but the shop did.
Oh, well, there you go. Talk tools to us. He could talk tools anytime he wants. I used to have all my piles of tools are. Well, I can't keep them at home. They live at one of my jobs.
Maybe I'll do this. I'll do a live from the garage and defy all the gay stereotypes. And
aww. Oh, that's how Danny found us. That's sweet.
Aww.
Yeah, I haven't been much on Lauren's channel. She's been doing mostly Baldoni stuff. And I have zero bandwidth for that. Zero. There's none left. Once in a while, if I have nothing else going on, maybe I'll pop into chat for a minute or two, but I'm not usually on it very long because I just have no room for that in my head. I just do not.
Batty, check out Metal Cloak. That's what I went with. I know that's kind of like a bougie, expensive brand, but I wanted to go with something super reputable. So, and they have a whole bunch of different, it's not just for Jeeps. They've got stuff for trucks and Broncos and all sorts of stuff. So, I'm not even this is not even a sponsored post. Okay.
I wish.
I know, right? I'd love to get sponsorship from Metal Cloak because their shit's so fucking expensive. But also, zip ties are the trail kings. Like, swear to God, you can just totally, like, that's the best thing to carry in your rig when you're, like, anywhere. But no, seriously, check out Metal Cloak, and they have excellent gear. It's rugged as shit, and yeah, highly recommend it.
Ooh. Miss Danielle says, you can have ovaries removed vaginally, not to defend Laura Owens. Okay, that may be true. Oh. I will have to talk to my relative who works in surgery. I'm curious what the circumstance for that might be. Yeah, because I have access to resources like that. I even have access to psychiatrist type peoples, but yeah. Let's see, what else? What else do we have in chat? Let's see. I'm captivated by assets full of audacity, entitlement, and narcissism. But my outrage comes from abuse and weaponization of our courts. Poor parenting is plaguing society. Oh boy, truer words were never spoken.
1000%.
And I'm going to say it again. I think there's a certain percentage that tends to be a younger generation. And I would say it's the majority percentage.
I do think that there is a certain entitlement thing kind of going around with
the entitlement generation.
Well, it's not just one generation. Yeah,
Well, no,
I
I mean
understand.
you'll see that everywhere, but
Yeah.
just demographically, and what maybe it's because I spend too much time on this stuff, where I see mostly content creators in their like 20s and 30s, and they're the ones always getting put in prison.
Yeah. Or there's like
it could be a skewed perception on my part. I'm willing to acknowledge that.
yeah, because I mean, the algorithms also work against even folks like Echoes and myself. Our YouTube recommendations are biased towards stuff that we watch, that the algorithm thinks that we want to watch, stuff that you interact with, etc. Right? Commenting, liking, subscribing, all of that stuff. It's lovely. It will influence the stuff that you see, and that's not just YouTube. It's also Facebook. It's also Instagram. Like my Instagram feed is full of cat videos because I am in a season where I'm like watching kitten videos and stuff, and it's cute as shit. And I might get a little,
Fall down that rabbit hole.
yeah. Well, and hashtag emotions somewhere in there. But yes, now my algorithm on Instagram shows me thirst traps and kittens. So it's really, really good at that shit. So just be aware when you go and the things that you see, dear Mr. Echoes, of the
Who,
stuff that
me?
you are presented with, that it will bias you towards something that is going to keep you engaged on the platform. That is all they give a shit about.
Yes, everybody, hit that like and subscribe. Hit the
But
notification bell.
yes,
This is your reminder from Gigi Barenberg. Feed the
yes,
algorithm in a better way.
feed it. Yes.
In a better way.
Feed it for tools and rants and snark, salt. Yes.
Unsuspecting cat moms. Yes. Watch out for that, Danny.
Okay. IB, thank you very much
Peace.
for
Peace IB 0093.
yep.
Thanks for joining us. We're going to call this real quick.
I should, yeah, we should probably
We're
go.
running.
One more
We're
just
running
quick thing. Again, I want to reiterate, thank you for those in the chat that have been vulnerable with your sharing your personal stories.
Thank you.
And I know that it's hard, and I want to respect the journey to get to the point that you can even
just talk
behind a
about it.
YouTube name to talk about it. That's no small feat, and you should feel extraordinarily proud of yourself for doing that, because I am personally chicken shit to be super vulnerable in online spaces in some ways. But to all of you who have shared that, thank you for trusting us and trusting our viewers here with that.
Absolutely.
It is not unnoticed, and I am personally super grateful for that. So thank you.
Absolutely. And that's one of the many things about this sort of larger community of people circling this case and some of the other cases too. It's just amazing people. And
Yes,
not only just amazing people and their comfort and trust and sharing parts of their lives, but even in generosity, the tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, just to tie this back into the case, that have been raised for people like Clayton Eckerd and Mike Maricini and Greg Gillespie and other people. How people have circled the wagons it's extraordinary. This is humanity at its best, combating a crazy bitch who's trying to ruin life for other people that don't deserve it.
Yep.
And who's in totality making things harder for women who need some other things. I mean, we've read some of these stories. And how we're trying to fearmonger because, well, if we prosecute Laura Owens, then women are going to lose out. No, that's bullshit. Women are already losing out because of people like Laura Owens.
Correct. 1000% correct.
So
And
it's about
you
doing
will
the
never,
right thing for society.
Yep, it is. And for anybody in the chat now watching this live, or even in the replay crew, know that you have fierce advocates here on screen for you. Full stop. That doesn't even need
Full
qualification. Just fuck it. Full stop. You've
Full stop.
Yep. That's it. You've got advocates here.
Yep. And not just money, expertise. There's some amazing people, and some of them I really do hope and look forward to meeting in real life. And actually, it's like, oh, they're a real person. They're not just pixels on the screen.
Yeah.
There's some.
If I had the
minds.
financial resources to do it financially, I absolutely would. And I know that Echoes feels similarly like that's just how that's the nature. That is our
I have
character.
done some donating. I have done some.
Good.
I I shouldn't say this. There may have been some donating under conspicuous names that might be slightly insulting to Laura Owens.
Oh no! Oh no! I can't. Oh my god! I can't believe it. Yeah. Okay.
And Hey Rob, who has his own channel. I haven't talked about Rob in a while. Rob was trying to get people to do $1 donations, but the system doesn't let you. And I kind of made the jokes like, well, that's a pity because I've got this whole string of names that I want to donate to come, like Laura the Cum Dumpster. And
$1 here, $1 here.
yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I was just generating a list of names. It's like,
excellent.
Damn it. You have to do at least 5. Okay, maybe not. But we have done some 2-digit donations here and there for various people.
Very good. Yeah.
Because, and that happened as the shit was hitting the fan in San Francisco, when that crazy bitch decided she was going to play hooky and claim I've got a disability, and she was out riding her fucking horses in Arizona, competing in child jumping contests.
This is fucking stupid. God.
The amount of money that was raised in a 48-hour period was extraordinary. It was unprecedented. Something like $40,000 within a 27-hour window, I think it was. Towards Mike's legal bills. Poor Omar. Poor Omar. He earned every penny. And the number of things that I wish, the amount of stuff they have shared has been generous. But just imagine the amount of stuff that Omar and Rachel Juarez cannot say that they have had to endure with this woman.
Yeah.
And all the stuff that they talked about, which would be privileged stuff involving their client. Days worth of conversations, if not weeks. And God bless them.
Yep. They are doing the Lord's work. Yep.
It's not just me. I will admit it. There may be a couple that are me, but it's not just me. And I am not honk my meat. I am not that funny. I wish to God I was. I would own that one forever. And if I was, I would say, come at me, Laura Owens. I fucking dare you. But I'm not. I am not honk my meat. That one was good. She thinks it was Mike Maricini, or was it? I can't even remember who she blamed. And then she, fabricated. Okay, stop.
Yep.
Stop.
And the reality is that my bladder is dictating that we probably should stop at this point.
You didn't take an intermission. I'm impressed.
I didn't, but
you must have been pacing
time
yourself
has
more than
come.
I noticed. Yeah. Indeed, it has, and it's a school night for me, so I've got to get my ass to bed because I got to work tomorrow.
I'm sorry.
While you enjoy Second Sunday, I'll be working.
I'll torture you in text.
I'll redeem myself from the catastrophe that was Christmas Eve. At least I'll hope I redeem myself tomorrow.
Maybe I should show up then. Be the peanut gallery.
I won't stop you.
I know you won't. Neither will your employer. So
no.
That's fine.
Well, no. What would they do? That Gonna call them on the carpet. All right, everybody. Yeah. On that note, thank you for joining us in all of our many rambled and tangential thoughts. But there will be more. There's more stuff. There's more stuff to read. I don't know if we're going to get through them all or not. I almost don't care right now, but we'll see how I feel about it tomorrow. Because there's, I think, 3 or 4 left.
Oh, God. I don't know if I've got enough worker for that in the house, but we'll figure it out.
See, that's why it's better that we read a few more each stream than, do them one at a time, because your liver will never forgive me.
Oh, dear. Yeah, I'll send you that medical bill.
No, thanks. I've got enough of my own.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. I really do appreciate it.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Much love to all of you in chat and in the replay crew. And until next time, bye!